All right, let's start this shit. Grant, hit the buttons.
No buttons.
I know, but this is just pretend. I'm just telling you.
Actually, I'll add it in later, so it will be super high tech.
Hit the buttons right now. Grant, hit the button. Hi, welcome to the Bad Panda podcast, man. We are back with another edition, and we're back at the office, man. Good times.
It was the quickest turnaround we've had on an episode in a while.
Yes, I feels good to be back at the office, though, to be honest with you.
It does.
This is old stomping grounds. I'm the Panda Bear. We got Grant. Welcome to the Bad Panda podcast, of course, and we have our special guest
for the evening.
In case you didn't know, you've seen her on American Idol on the X Factor. All right, Malie Delgado in the house. What's up, Malie?
What's up? Hey.
Shout out to my best friend.
Hey.
Man, yeah, I've been bugging Panda to get a female guest on the show forever.
Are you kidding? Because I've been wanting to do this forever.
Yes, I've been waiting for the right moment. Okay,
this is the right moment.
Yes,
19 episodes in. Yes,
the moment.
There you go.
Is it episode 19 or 20?
You know, let's double check.
I think this is 20.
Is it?
It's 20. I think the last one was 19.
Is it? Hold on, time out, because we are checking. We are checking to see what episode we're on.
This is great content.
Yeah,
amazing content.
19.
We are episode 19.
Episode 19.
So,
okay, cool.
So this is episode 20.
Yes.
So this is episode 20. There you go.
Yes.
Special number 20.
Of course, we had to bring my special guest over here. We had to bring her to the podcast. Grant has been yelling at me, hey, we need a girl.
Since I think like episode 4, I've been like, hey, we should get a girl on the show. And you're like, I know a lot of them. Okay, bring one of them.
I'm the first.
Yeah, exactly. Yay. You're the first. So you made it.
Yes. You know, I had to get her because... One, you are an asset to this community. I will say that. I'm dead serious. You really are. If I'm like, Malie, hit the jingle, you probably would sing a like awesome song. Malie, do it. Just hit the jingle.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
and then we got taken down.
Yes, and then we got taken down. So we're going to be, on this podcast, we're going to be talking about our weekend, a little bit of events. We're talking about Malie D.
Okay.
You know,
about Halloween.
We're talking about... We're going to talk about everything.
Also, side note, I've had this cough for like about a month, so if you're a doctor listening to this podcast, if you could diaggnose me via the podcast and just send me an email and say like, hey, it sounds like you might have TB.
At one DJ Gray. That would DJ Gray.
What kind of cough?
Yeah, what is this? What is this ailment that I've had?
Oh, jeez.
It's like, is it a or is it a
I think you've heard enough times. He doesn't need to demonstrate again. He will demonstrate later.
It will, and it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Yes. Yeah. Did I ever tell you about that? So one time I went to the dentist, and they have you fill out that form of like what's past ailments you had, and I put down that I had TB, and like the dentist and the nurses got freaked out. They're like, "Wait, do you really?" And my mom was like, "No, you had typhoid." I was like, "Oh, all right. I was one of those T viruses."
Have you been tested for TB? What is TB?
I had typhoid when I had dengue. Yeah,
I can see in the Philippines. You had TB? Did you watch the TB? It's just a joke. I can see your mom now. The doctor's office.
My mom.
Grant, you had TB? No, it's just the TB. You know, the TB was on.
One of the funniest stories I have about my mom is that when I got dengue fever and I like almost died, like they had to fly me to a hospital and I was almost gonna die. I had to get like a blood transfusion. And,
oh my God.
But laying there, my mom was like, Grant, if you die, I've already made peace with it, so you can go. I was like, don't let go now. I'm not done yet, Mom. Hold on.
You don't say that to them. You feel it, but you don't say it.
10 or 11 years old.
Oh my gosh.
Were you wearing those like really crappy chinelas that you got at the
probably.
maybe those high water shorts and like
I was probably just wearing like a wife beater and my fucking basketball shorts.
That sounds about right.
That's about right for the barrio.
That sounds about right. By the way,
so that's Grant's health checkup.
Yes.
Good to know. We'll check in on you next episode. You still got that cough.
Yeah,
I'll call my doctor friends and be like, help.
Podcast.
I don't know. I feel bad. I don't want to break. It's been 11 years since I've been to the doctor. I don't want to break that streak.
Yeah. What?
Dude, right? What? Wait, hold on. Time out.
You said, and I'm over here distracted by Panda, like nodding along. That sounds totally great. You should probably go to the doctor.
You should probably do it, dude. What? Are you sure?
Do you not need a physical for like work or anything? No, he's like, I'm my own boss.
My DJ work? Yeah, my boss is super lenient.
Are you having trouble breathing? Are you?
My HR is just me with a mustache, just like, hey, Grant.
In the last 12 hours, did you drink? Oh, that's no question. Yes. Oh my gosh, man.
Question. What do you say when the doctor asks you if you've drank, how much you have to drink?
I'm like, if they ask me that, like, yeah, I'm hungover. That's why I'm here.
No, it's funny because I know a lot of people who will lie about how much they drink or if they smoke or whatever, and I never lie. I always tell the exact truth. I'm like, a glass of wine every single night. Yep, every day of the week I have a drink. And then they're like, you drink every day of the week? I'm like, wine?
Yeah,
it's wine. It's good for your heart.
They do it on the Today Show. It should be fine.
Exactly. Right?
I mean, like, you know, it's wine. It's good for your heart.
It's a wine. Yeah.
One glass of wine is good for the heart.
Absolutely. I just don't know if it's one glass a week or one glass an hour.
Yeah.
I mean, is it like Filipino moms, do they drink wine a lot? My mom doesn't.
No. Mine doesn't. Well, mine doesn't drink, so.
My mom's white and she doesn't either, so I feel like it's just a mom thing.
Yeah.
Not a young mom thing, though, because I feel like young moms, they're the ones that drink the most. But like the older moms, like they've already got their ish together. They don't have to worry about it.
I have this theory that's like when women start. So, as someone that's grown up like in the nightclub scene, like I've noticed like when party girls start getting into their wine phase, that means that they're slowly getting into like home mode.
Right.
The second they start saying like, "Oh, I'm just gonna have a glass of wine," I was like, "Oh, you're getting ready for that settle down."
Right. I won't see you ever again after like 6 months.
Yeah, exactly. You're like winding this down. All right.
Yeah, winding
see
it down.
what you did there. You little kid there. Man.
Anyway.
That right in the mic is so great. I love it.
Yeah. This podcast is half ASMR.
Yes. This is part Grant like trying to survive and me trying to not get sick.
Did you see that video of Cardi B doing the ASMR?
Oh yeah.
Like,
no.
She said,
Okay, y'all just are gonna have to listen to this later and tell us how that sounds. If that sounds like a mess or if it sounds like an actual ASMR thing.
Oh no, this will be on YouTube. Watch this.
I know. You know what? I've always wanted to make one of those ASMR YouTube videos because all these people do is eat on camera.
Yeah,
that's crazy. All they do. They're eating like celery and pickles, carrots.
Yeah.
They're like slurping spaghetti.
We were having Midnight Sun at the podcast like episodes ago. Remember when boyfriend he used
to bring us beer.
Right. Remember when boyfriend bought us beer and it had like what was it, seafood stuff in it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, oysters.
It had like oysters,
seafood stuff.
Yeah, seafood stuff.
Yeah, because it is seafood and stuff.
Yeah. I'm on a new diet. It's a seafood diet.
Is it really?
Yeah. I see food and I eat it. See, I got you on that one. Grant was already in on it, but I'm like, I had to hook somebody with this lame ass joke.
Just like the Harry Potter like pickup lines.
Oh my gosh! Don't get me started on Harry Potter.
Oh man.
Or do we could go for hours? I am wearing a Harry Potter Christmas sweater right now. Ugly Christmas sweater.
Oh, okay, that is what it is. I was like, I bet that's Harry Potter.
Absolutely, best Facebook ad purchase I've ever made in my entire life.
She's on Facebook almost every day, dude. I see.
Every day.
When I was on KGOT, just oh my god. I want this shirt. Malie, you can get that on Walmart. I don't care. It's online.
It's online. It means it's cuter.
That's like my Malie. By the way, that's like my Malie D impression.
That's your every girl impression.
It is. I was just about to say the same thing because I remember when you were telling me. Shut up. I remember when you were telling me all about how you had this crazy impression of me and it was awesome. I thought it was so spot on. And then I see you out downtown one weekend and you're like, oh my god, to this other girl, like I do such a good impression of you, watch, oh my god, and it was the exact same voice and I'm like, over here I thought I was special. You just have a generic white girl voice.
Yeah, Panda's just
I mean, when I was on KGOT, Casey was just like, all right, do one of Malie D. I was like, Malie, talk. And you're like, oh my god, no.
And then I was like, no, he can't do one.
No, he can't do one. I'm like, oh my god. Casey was like, yeah, you gotta put the like, oh my god at the end.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. You gotta put the,
Okay, you know that a girl, this is a total subject change again, but you know a girl is completely serious when she adds to the end of her
That's
words.
what I've been telling you, Malie.
I know. Well, you're the one who enlightened me to that. Now, whenever I'm going out and I see girls like either getting in arguments with their guys or
You're,
maybe
like,
like two girls.
She's like,
but
girl, what the hell?
but it's like so pronounced. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like it's literally another word at the end of the sentence.
I want to make
another syllable at the end.
Exactly.
I want to make a shout out to Lydia for showing me that. Lydia, you know who Lydia is.
Yeah.
Yes. Lydia, if you're watching this, thank you. Because it enlightened my white girl. My inner white girl.
It enhanced his white girl.
Yes.
His white girl impression.
His persona.
Yes. But every argument, everything, I'm like, is she gonna say the she did say the
adding that is like that's the white girl equivalent to when black girls start clapping.
Right. Yes. That's when you know they're dead serious.
Absolutely. Is about to go down.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember when Britt, when she used to get mad at Tony, I was like, that's how I can tell you're half black, because she just start clapping like, what are you doing? I was like, all right, there's that half black coming out. Yeah, there it is.
See, Filipinos are no different from black people. I'm just telling you now. Because we clap, they clap. We eat chicken with rice, they eat it with collard greens.
What?
I don't know.
I think you're just saying things
I think
because
you're just saying words.
Oh yeah, no. Yes.
No, I think it's because you're hungry.
Yes.
Honestly, I'm starving too.
Yes, I'm starving like Marvin right now. Like I'm dead serious.
All I had today was I'm hungover because like I'm hung out with some people from Seward yesterday who went to go see Book of Mormon.
Man, Seward people, man.
Seward people, man.
Have you seen Book of Mormon?
No, I haven't.
Have you seen Book of Mormon?
Have you?
Yes.
Have I seen Book of Mormon? Oh my goodness. Wow.
So what was funny was they were saying that people were still walking out of the show. I was like, this is a show that's been out for like 4 years.
Yeah.
How are you not aware that it's going to be raunchy and terrible?
I mean,
it's amazing, but it's
completely unaware.
Really?
I went in with literally no background. Like I've heard of Book of Mormon. I've seen it all over the internet. Like I was like, oh wow, this is a huge thing. Multiple Tony Award winner. Like, I'm gonna go see this.
Yeah.
Well, it's a really amazing play. The talent is almost unparalleled. It's so good.
Yeah.
However,
there is a song in it called "Fuck God."
Yes,
so,
absolutely. So I didn't realize that it was actually written by the writers and creators of South Park.
Yeah.
And I had no idea. Had I known that going in, I would have realized it's completely satire.
Yeah.
As soon as that "Fuck God" song came on, I was like, I turned to my fiance and I was like, I'm curious as to how this was received by the Mormon community. But then when you're flipping through the actual program book, the actual Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints bought a full page ad. They bought a full page ad that says, our version is a little bit different. But I thought that was really cool. I thought that was like, they are recognizing talent and humor more than anything else.
Because it could go one of two ways. They can either play into it and be part of the joke, or they could be like,
exactly. Either
protesting in the streets about it.
And no smart person is going to be protesting something as incredible and as successful as that, So, but the talent, oh my gosh, there were moments where I had goosebumps all over my body just by the way that these people were singing. It was crazy.
Yeah, that's what those people were saying last night. They were like, it was an amazing show.
Honestly, Malie,
belly laughter the whole time.
Plays and everything. I feel like you could be in that show.
Oh, in Book of Mormon?
Yes.
I would love to be in Book of Mormon. I would love to be in any show on Broadway that is a multi-Tony Award winner.
You remember like years ago when they put Back to the Future into Broadway?
Did they?
Yeah.
Was that a thing?
Yeah, they had a Broadway play. They had a Broadway play for Back to the Future.
I'm not surprised because they've got a really successful Broadway play for Mean Girls too.
I've heard that that's really good.
I've heard it's really good too. But I didn't even realize that they did a Back to the Future. But that's your favorite movie, isn't it?
Yes.
I know it is.
I still can't remember the name.
Did you ever see that John Mulaney bit about Back to the Future? It's a great bit where he's talking about, he's like, Back to the Future is a weird movie because it's a kid and this old man, and they don't even explain how they're friends. They're just like, yeah, they're best friends, sure. He's like,
true.
And then he's like, wait, so they go back to the future? He's like, no, they go to the past. He's like, wait, but it's called back. He's like, yeah, but it'll make sense later.
They'll get to the future eventually.
But anyway, they're like, so what does he do? Like, does he stop Hitler? Like, no. He goes and he tries to like fuck his mom.
Yeah.
But then the class bully like tries to rape her, and
then all of a sudden,
dad just saves it.
Yeah, he's like, and then they steal the thing that Chuck Berry's known for. So they claim white men invented that. So it's great.
Yeah, absolutely. I know, it's crazy because you think about how many things are so wrong with a lot of pop culture movies, especially from the 80s.
Especially 80s movies.
Especially from the 80s. Like, not even just how incredibly racist and sexist they are, but also just like some of the writing and some of the plot twists and turns, and you're like, is this really something people are paying to watch? And it ends up being a classic. I'm like, I don't get it.
If it's my second favorite, if it's like my second favorite 80s movie, I have to go with like Breakfast Club.
I do love Breakfast Club.
Breakfast Club was good.
In high school, they were going to do it, and then they ended up not doing it because I guess South did it, right?
The Breakfast Club?
Yeah.
I don't think we ever did the Breakfast Club. Maybe. Actually, you're older than me, so...
I'm only a year.
Oh.
Wait, no, I lied. No, I lied. No, I am older than you by 2 years?
I don't know. I graduated in 2012.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm a year older than you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, they could have done that like early on, like really early in my high school career, but I don't know. I would know because I was in almost every single play and musical at South.
I remember watching one of your plays.
You did? Yes. Do you remember which one it was?
No, I don't.
That was anticlimactic.
The only reason why is because my niece wanted to go. Kayla
that was the only reason. That was the only reason.
Well, we weren't friends then yet. Not yet.
Yes, not yet.
Yeah.
Then
I'm pretty sure that if we were friends, he'd be coming to all of my musicals because Panda, you just seem like that kind of friend that's supporting your friends all the time.
I'll be in the front, be like,
just bothering to play with his phone up. Like, don't worry, I'm her friend.
It's cool. She knows me.
Shout out Malie D.
Taking pictures right in the middle of the show. Hey, look, Malie, look.
Malie, come get a selfie off the stage. No, I actually relived a little bit of my glory days this morning because for some reason when Casey and I were talking about something and the song One Day More from Les Miserables kind of popped into both of our heads. We're like, we're theater kids, so we start singing it, marching around the studio during a commercial break, And so all of a sudden I'm like, we did that my senior year of high school. So I need to go on YouTube and find all of the old Les Mis videos and watch all of them. And I'm pretty sure Casey had an aneurysm because I was listening to myself sing the high notes for like an hour. It was, but it was a fun little trip down memory lane.
Nice.
Speaking of trip down memory lane, total subject here.
What? Total
Miss Alaska.
Total
house right over here. Miss Alaska.
Hey.
You like what I just did right there? Did you not know that Malie D was actually crowned Miss Alaska?
I was once.
How was that? How was that experience?
Let's talk about Malie D a little bit.
Let's get into the guest.
Thank you.
Let's get into the guest.
I'm here too.
That was our subject of party and bullshit, which we'll get into a little bit later some more. But Malie D.
Yes.
You were Miss Alaska.
I was.
You were.
Take us through your career.
Yes, please do. You were Miss Alaska.
Well, if we want to start at the beginning. Yeah. So I was born on November 14th. Oh my God. So I was Miss Alaska 2014. That was actually the first ever pageant I competed in. And I ended up winning it, which was really mind-blowing and absolutely crazy. I really could not believe what was happening for like the next 3 days straight. It was such a whirlwind, but it was incredible. Okay, this is something that everybody's always expecting me to start bashing, all these different pageant systems and say that the experience was super shitty. Well, it wasn't. It was one of the best experiences of my life. Yeah. Even like before I actually was competing like on the stage for Miss Alaska, all of those girls, like all of the events that we were doing, all of the volunteering and stuff, it was a totally new experience and it was so much fun. And then when I won and I went and competed at Miss America, I thought it was going to be, like, oh, now it's going to be stereotypical. Everybody hates each other, but they're fake nice to each other.
Right. Yeah.
None of that.
No.
Literally zero. Nice. Like I could not name one person that I was competing with that I thought was fake.
I heard everybody over there is like super like chill, because like Brooke was telling me like she was like all those girls are super like friendly.
Well, and something that I noticed a lot was that, you know, if you have, you're more likely to be vindictive or kind of shady if you've really like grown up in the pageant scene with overbearing parents. But I know many women now who grew up in the pageant scene, and they are the best women I've ever known. They grew so much from it. They learned so much from it. They're so poised and elegant and just great people. I always look at...
Time out. Where were we, Malie?
We were discussing the Miss America pageant.
Yes. We were discussing Miss America because whenever I was thinking about it, whenever I was kind of psyching myself out a little bit, I was like, these girls are going to hate me. I am not incredibly, you know, educated like them. I'm not book smart, you know, but they are literally the most intelligent, kind, down-to-earth women I've ever met in my entire life. My whole life. And I am so proud that I can be confident in saying that. So overall, it was an incredible experience.
Nice. I was going to say, well, what do you think of the changes?
Oh. I told you I didn't want to talk about it. That's why you're talking about it.
So we're going to bring it up.
We're going in.
So now that we have someone that's knowledgeable.
It's just an open opinion.
About the world.
Just an open opinion.
It definitely is, you know, and I totally understand that many people's opinions out there differ from mine on many things. I'm not mad about that. I respect that fully.
Remember, this is just an opinion, guys, so don't think otherwise.
No, these are facts, Panda.
These are facts. Fact.
Just facts.
All right, cool. So I don't like it. I don't like the changes. I don't like what's going on. I don't like the fact that multiple Miss Americas, not only people who have actually competed in the pageant system before, but multiple Miss Americas have come forward to talk about how they were silenced. And these are things that had to be leaked, you know, like by other people who had no affiliation. And that's the type of thing that really pisses me off, because for an organization who claims transparency and support for all women in general, not even just the women who come through the pageant, but all women in general, to actively silence and bully and try to shut up the people in its care. You know, that's what's really shady to me. So I feel like a lot of the changes that are happening could be good things if it was being done by more honest people.
If it was being done like in the right way.
Absolutely. So if we're going to get real controversial, let's talk about the swimsuit aspect of the competition.
Let's do that.
I don't like that it was taken away. Now, it's not because I don't believe in being inclusive. I do. But I think that, you know, Miss America has kind of become a source for shame when it comes to women showing their bodies, which kind of sucks, because all of the, you know, women feminists who are preaching, be proud, show off what you got, you know, nobody can tell you to put it away. But those are the people who are trying who are going after the women in these pageants who are showing their bodies off in swimsuits. Your worth isn't, you know, it's not measured by how hot you are. That's so true. But the same people who keep saying I can show my tits whenever the hell I want and not have to worry about it.
That weird like
those
double
people are the They're the ones that are like bullying other people for actually showing off their bodies. That's what I don't like. I like the fitness portion because it forced me to work on myself. Not necessarily how I looked, but how I actually operated. I was healthy. I was on a paleo diet, and I'm very lactose intolerant, have been my whole life, and so that was amazing for me. I lost so much weight just by changing my diet alone that I'm like, okay, well, I can't complain now that I'm bigger than I was before, because I eat cheese on the daily. You know, I'm eating pizza almost every single day.
Hashtag grilled cheese.
Right, everything, and I'm making myself sick over it, you know? Which brings me to more views on food, but we'll get into that later. But overall, I really miss the swimsuit aspect of it. I think that it's a chance for women to work on themselves. However, I agree that the swimsuit portion of it shouldn't be focused on so intently, which is kind of funny because it's not in the scoring.
It's not like that a big part of it.
It only took up 10% of the overall score. That was the lowest scored category of the entire competition. It wasn't them making a big deal about how hot Miss America was. It was the public making a big deal about the fact that women were walking around in swimsuits.
Well, no, I thought because of that 10%, that's the reason why they took it out, not because of this whole.
No, they took it out because they wanted to be inclusive. They wanted to include women of all body types. And I think that Miss America can still do that. Because there are different swim options, there are athletic options, that you can wear instead of a swimsuit. If they would have changed it from a
bodysuit.
Well, if they would have changed it from a swimsuit into something more like athletic wear or something like that, how do you show how you're healthy? That I think would have been a better option than taking it away altogether.
That's one of those things too. Just like we were talking about, like movies, like from the 80s to then. It was weird. Like I remember, like being a kid, and we'd all like sit together and watch like
Miss America,
the Miss Universe pageant. Well, I was in the Philippines, so.
Well, no, we watched America Miss Universe. But Grant, just like funny story, since we're talking about it, didn't we talk about that at the podcast not too long ago?
What?
About them taking out the
swimsuit competition.
I felt like we did, but like I don't know. In my opinion, like I felt like women should show off their body, like because they should feel comfortable about themselves.
Yeah,
like
if they want to. If you feel comfortable enough to do so, then you should, because there are women of all sizes who show off their body, not just people who are ripped with abs. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like the time I told you. Remember, like I said that women nowadays, and we had the conversation at Leroy's. I was like, women nowadays will like. The really hot women like will show their body off, like, but they used to be big, and then the big women are just like, man, I wish I was like that, and they don't do anything about it. But like I feel like regardless of what size, if you're skinny, if you're tall, whatever it is, show off your body. Like at the end of the day, God put you in this earth because you're beautiful.
And for my own personal tastes, I like to dress every day conservatively. I just do. I'm not wearing like tank tops that are, my boobs are spilling out or anything, like I just do. When I go out, I'm going all out. Okay, I'm gonna be feeling incredibly confident about myself and whatever the hell I want to put on.
I've seen it.
Right. So sometimes those can be a little bit more revealing. But yeah, just overall, I don't know if taking away that aspect of the competition was entirely the best choice. Mainly because, too, the whole point of that part of the competition was to promote healthy living and healthy lifestyle, which is one of the reasons why it's called like the healthy lifestyle portion, the healthy lifestyle competition. It's not even called a swimsuit competition, And I think that by completely eliminating anything that has to do with health and activity and fitness, we're actually sending the wrong message and saying you don't have to do these things.
Have to take care of
And I think that that's something everybody should want to do. Take care of their bodies, take care of their health. It's gonna look completely different on every single human being because no two people are the same unless you're an identical twin and y'all have the exact same rate for your metabolism. Then obviously you're going to look the same as each other, but nobody's going to look exactly like the next person. And so I think that it's just sending the wrong message. I think that in trying to be progressive just for progressiveness sake, that's not the right reason to do it. You need to evaluate a little bit more. So I don't necessarily agree with it, but since we're talking about like revealing stuff and Halloween is coming up, I had this question posed to me the other day, like, why did Halloween turn into a sexy holiday? And I'm just going to say what I said then. I don't think Halloween ever turned into a sexy holiday.
No, it didn't.
I think that because on Halloween, people are wearing costumes. They're wearing things that they would not normally wear in their daily life. This is what's giving people an excuse to go as far as they want to go, push the envelope as much as they can. Exactly, because it's a Halloween costume. You can go out and wear whatever you wouldn't wear on a normal day and not be as judged for it. I mean, sometimes I'm still judging you, but just saying.
No, I mean it's like that saying, like women always say, like it's the year to dress slutty. I'm just like...
I have never heard a woman say that.
I've heard plenty of women say that.
I have never once heard a woman say, it's the year to dress like a slut.
Trust me.
Let's go, girls. I've never heard that before.
Dig through Twitter. You'll see all the time. The 1 year we can dress as slutty as we want.
Yeah, well, 1 day a year, that's right. Because anybody can dress however they want.
Yeah.
Without, that like horrible judgment. If you're making maybe politically, fueled decisions in your costume. Yeah, that can affect your work later on, or your workplace, or your relationships later on if you're taking a picture of it. Yeah. But I highly doubt anybody's going to get fired for wearing a sexy costume.
Like a sexy cap or whatever.
Right. And guys wear sexy costumes. Yeah. There's sexy mechanics, just guys who wear
I was Robin.
The coveralls, and rip off those sleeves.
That year when the year after 300 came out, every guy just shirtless Spartan costume. Just every guy.
I was a Spartan last year. And I was wearing Birkenstocks, which most people call them the Jesus 5s. And I was like,
stocks and socks.
Yep, stocks and socks. And I wasn't even wearing socks, man. Like, I was straight up Spartan. My left titty bigger than the right, dude. I liked it. Like, people are like, what are you? Well, I was a Spartan that didn't make the cut. I'm just the officer.
One of the weirdest Halloween memories I have here in Alaska was, this was when Rum Runners was still open, and I was waiting in line.
Halloween subject.
I had my headphones in, because I always have headphones in, and there was a long-ass line. So I was waiting in line. I'm listening to... what was it? It was Jane's Addiction. It was like Nothing Strange. And I'm just sitting there, I'm watching, and this year all the bouncers at Rum Runners dressed up as the Joker, and they're kicking this guy out who was dressed up like a Spartan. So there's these 3 people dressed as a Joker just like dragging this guy. Dude, that was like
so funny.
Everything in my headphones is just like Nothing Strange. I was like, this is weird. This is a surreal moment.
It's very strange. Okay.
I want to step away from this for a second.
Yeah.
I think the funniest memory I've ever had was my friend. He had the skeleton. You ever see Karate Kid and they dress like skeletons?
Yeah.
So exact same outfit, except it had an inflatable boner. So it's like, oh my gosh! No, this is when they first. This is when they brought the skeleton outfit, and then they had the attachment for a boner.
Oh my gosh!
Every time they were walking, or he saw like girls walking, hey ladies, oh my god, boop. That shit was so funny.
Oh, but dude,
I swear, every girl was with it. They're like, I'll dance with that.
Well, and that's what's hard, because I can totally see that being taken as some type of sexual harassment. Yeah. But on the same end, I'm also that kind of girl who'd be like, boner, I get it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I think it would just depend on how imbibed I am.
Speaking of that, what's everybody dressing up for as Halloween?
Oh, man.
What's up for Halloween costumes this year?
So I already have mine all planned out, picked out, everything. So it's actually kind of funny. I'm a little bit sad, but I'm excited for the next year. One of my best friends and I were going to be Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy.
Shout out to Jasmine.
Right, I know, right? Shout out to Jasmine. Hey.
Hey, cuz.
But we both had too much indecision, and we were very much like changing up the ideas constantly. So we decided that we weren't going to go as anything like any partner costume. We're still going to go out together. But my fiance, Max, is actually going to be Jax from Sons of Anarchy. Yeah. Because he looks so much like Charlie Hunnam.
Does.
Right? Okay,
he
now
really
that I've said it,
though.
he does, right? The hair slicked back, like the facial hair, everything. He looks so similar to him.
He looks like a hockey player that just retired and just forgot to shave today. That's basically what it is. I mean, he is a hockey player.
And he's retired from competitive.
I'm talking about like he just retired from the NHL.
Yeah.
He had a good season. Yeah. Probably has like 4 kids.
God, I wish.
Oh my
I'm
God.
ready for babies. Okay. We already know this, but we're not going to talk about that just yet. No, so he's going to be Jax from Sons of Anarchy. So I'm going to be his biker chick. I'm going to be his like other his part.
Bad bitch.
But because I'm so obsessed with Harry Potter, I'm actually going to be like female Draco Malfoy biker chick. So I'm going to have like the blonde wig with like all the Slytherin swag, along with all my Harley Davidson gear from when I was riding, like the whole thing. And that's what I'm going to go as. It's a really easy costume other than the wig, which I still haven't figured out. I've never worn like a real wig before in my life. So I was really nervous about it. But other than that, I feel like I'm being lazy this year almost. Yeah. I really do. I'm just putting on all the stuff that I already have.
Yeah, just putting together things that that are in your closet. Yeah. Like, all right, some combination of these things is a costume.
Right. But I also have like fake chest tattoos and stuff. Nice. So it's going to be like kind of amped up a little bit, but I'm stoked. That was my phone. It's going to be really, really fun. And it's exciting because Max, he's not really into big crowds or downtown or drinking too much.
Right.
He's a little bit more reserved, but Halloween is the time of year that he always goes out with us. Always. And so I'm really excited that we're going to be like a couple's costume.
I know. That's the second stage of the winding down.
Yeah, the couple's costume. That's right. What are you going to be? Have you picked anything out?
Yeah. So my idea, I have a black dress, and I need to go wig shopping too, because Halloween is on a Wednesday, so I'm going to be Wednesday Addams.
Oh my God, genius! I like it. What are you going to be, Panda?
Oh, I said over the radio on 101 that I was going to be a Panda, but I really haven't decided yet.
Really?
Yeah, you're cutting me close.
All the festivities are happening this weekend.
Yeah, exactly.
me and my friend Chris, we're just like talking over. I'm like, all right, what are we going to be? And we're going around. It's like, oh, dude, Wayne's World. And then
that'd be fun.
I was like,
and that's an easy costume too.
Yeah. My friend
easy,
was
but everybody knows what it is.
Yeah, and I was just like, but who are you gonna be? I was like, I'm not Garth, because I'm not tall, I'm not nerdy, and two, I have to be Wayne.
Well, that's the whole point of Halloween, though. Just because you're not nerdy in real life doesn't mean you can be a nerd.
No, but my friend was like, dude, that's kind of true, because I feel like I'd be the Garth.
Yeah.
Because like we were just like, yeah, he's Garth.
You always know. You always know. Out of your best friends, you always know who's Wayne and who's Garth. You always do.
My friend was like, we should just be the Mighty Ducks, just dress up like the hockey players, and then just form the Flying V every time we walk.
Okay, but hold on. If you're going to be a hockey player, you best have all your pads, your socks, your shin guards, your pants, the jersey, everything.
Yes.
Because I hate it when, especially high schoolers out there, okay? You know what? Don't lose your youth.
You fucking high schoolers.
Don't lose your youth, okay? Have fun dressing up. Like, I feel like as soon as you hit, like, 15 and then, I don't know, maybe to, like, 19, that little 4-year span right there, people hate dressing up for anything. They're like, oh, this is lame.
Exactly. That's when trying.
I like dressing up.
That's when trying.
Well, no, but some people do, but the majority that I've run into, they always say it's lame. And I'm over here like, okay, I had this. Okay, 1 year.
1 year.
I think it was actually my senior year of high school.
Yeah.
Halloween was also on another random weeknight, and so I'm at home passing out candy. I'm like, I'm not going to any friends' house parties or anything. I'll be the one passing out candy. Yeah. And I kid you not, I had more teenagers coming up to my door, knocking on the door, asking for candy with pillowcases with football jerseys on than any other kids with costumes.
Yeah. Like you have to straight up go all out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
At least wear a Riverdale jacket,
right? Okay.
Wear a Riverdale jacket, have the snake out emblem, right? Like clout out.
Yeah, but if you're a football player for your high school and you think that, for my Halloween costume, I'm gonna wear my football jersey. No, just the jersey.
Yeah.
I'm like, show up with the pads and the pants and the cleats and the helmet.
Or at least show up with like the pants, like the padded pants.
Right.
And then don't even wear the shoulder pads. Like I get it.
Wear the shoulder pads. That's what I'm saying. No, you gotta go all out. Like be proud of it, because if somebody comes up to my door, I feel like I already sound like a mom. If some kid comes up to my door and he is not wearing a costume, he does not get candy.
Well, I know what to do with my kids when she goes up to Auntie Malie's house.
I know. You bet. Okay. Well, Auntie Malie's going to make sure that all my nieces and nephews have
I
their
can already see right now. What did Auntie Malie teach you? She said how to wear the whole outfit, and she taught me how to sing like Mariah Carey. Let me see it.
Yes, that would be
wait, did you get a nest for security? No, it's so I can see the costumes and judge before I give out candy.
Exactly.
Go home. Put on more outfit.
Nope.
Yeah. Speaking of candy, this is a little story time, real quick, actually. So I went to the South Side, and I went to trick or treat when I was 16, and I was a Power Ranger.
Nice.
Yes, I was the Red Ranger.
Good.
And me and my buddy walked up to an average size house. It's not like the big houses, right?
Yeah.
Knocked on the door. An old man comes out and he's like, dude, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't have cansies, so here's $500. I was like, whoa.
I'll take that.
I was like,
what house was that? I'm marking that in my Apple Maps, and I'm remembering that for the rest of my life.
He goes, here's $500. Really? He was like, yeah, I forgot Costco was closed. He literally gave down the story. He's like, I was the only one, but as he was gonna put up the sign, he was like, I feel bad that you are trick-or-treating, so
here's a little consolation prize.
So $250 each, man. We went to McDonald's. Dude, we spent money.
I was gonna say it was real.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy. That's a lot of money.
I wish I had I wish I was financially comfortable enough to be able to pass out $500 to trick-or-treaters.
This was after we won the state championship for football. And it was like a few weeks later, we're just getting into wrestling. And then we got off wrestling practice. Me and my buddies, we all spread out. Me and my other friend happened to just show up to the house. And here's $500.
And all your other buddies are like,
yeah,
no, we didn't even show them. We didn't even tell them.
You didn't even tell them?
No. But we were,
all right, we're
just like, hey, man, are you guys hungry? You guys want to go to McDonald's?
Yeah.
We even split.
You just got like this fat stack. Just pull it out.
Well, here's the thing.
Bitches?
Well, here's the thing. It was me, my other wife friend, and a group of Simons. So, yeah, 50 burgers.
I was gonna say, so
you spent all the money.
I can go quick at McDonald's.
I think we spent maybe $100, not each, but like $100 together, so $50 each.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was a good night. It was a good night.
Mm-hmm. That's Halloween Alex.
So if you ever trick or treat in Anchorage, make sure you go to
the south side.
Head to the south side. Yeah. Well, everybody already knows. Nice, I know. Well, they already know about like the whole Southport loop, and people know about. I grew up on the south side, and I'm totally blanking.
Yes.
On that one neighborhood. Right across from where I live.
Is it the neighborhood where they do the yearly like garage sales?
Well, so that is more near like the Southport area. That's more near the Southport area. That's Bayshore.
Yes.
Yeah, and Bayshore is another really good neighborhood to hit up because everybody on every block is giving out candy. That is like treasure trove of candy.
Yes, in case you didn't know, so if you guys are
Hills.
Yes.
That was the one. Hills. Kempton Hills also, almost every single house in that neighborhood is always giving out candy, and they give out the big candy bars.
Remember, if you're watching this now, remember
those are the
this.
VIP houses.
And then if you are flying up to Anchorage or not from here, basically there is, before we get into the Halloween part, but there is a yearly garage sale that happens like every single year, and they have a neighborhood garage sale.
Yeah.
You can find like the best shit ever.
Best stuff. Well, so
you'll find like Louis Vuitton bags. They're like, oh yeah, we don't need it. Here it's like $150.
Yeah.
And it's real.
Yeah.
Like they don't give a shit. No,
Louis Vuitton, really? $150 and it's real. I would say it's more like $350 probably at the
I'm just exaggerating the number. I'm just you know what I mean.
Well, but then of course you're going up and finding this $350 bag and you're like, $5? I will take that. Thank you very much.
I don't care if it's fake. It just has the logos.
Right.
Man, speaking of this like trick or treat thing, man. So this past weekend was awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me about
Trigger freak, actually. BootyCon.
How was BootyCon? I saw the snaps and everything.
So I went there.
Looked awesome.
I was the host.
Yeah.
I was the host. It was an amazing time. I got there and DC Savage.
Hey,
shout out to you, dude.
Hey.
Shout out to the Frozen Founders. We were going down the list, and he's like, "All right, man, just get this shit lit." At 10:30, that's where we're gonna do the mic check. We're gonna do the first rappers, and then we're gonna do the contest. Well, we didn't really go through the list. Yeah. All we went was through two rappers, and then Joe Brady and I like him and I like we're having a slight conversation. I was like, dude, all right, here's how it's gonna go down. I'm gonna say something, and then Joe Brady's like, no, we're gonna play stupid, and it's gonna get stupid lit. Kid you not. The moment I was like, yo, we're gonna get this shit lit, he plays stupid. Yeah. Every girl I've never seen went from upward position to like almost looking like they're gonna eat face first.
Yep.
No, they're gonna eat shit first, and then they literally were twerking.
It really was like a convention of booty.
Exactly.
Just boom.
I was like on the mic. I was like, somebody is going to lose their virginity tonight.
Well, that's one of those moments where you like are really stoked that everybody's so into it. They're getting it. They're dancing. They're doing their thing. But then you realize how many people's hands are touching the dirty floor.
Okay, but seriously, okay, Malie, let's put it this way. You remember Cotillion back in the day?
Yes, I only went to one, and I never went again.
Yeah, it was like Cotillion for yeah. It was
so
Cotillion
it
for
was
adults.
like any night out at the club when you're going out and getting shit faced.
Yes.
One of the funniest memories I have at Coots was one time I was DJing and the dance floor was packed and there was this girl dancing with a guy and she got a text and it was like important, but she was like kind of distracted and she was like, wait, and she turned around, put his hands on her hips and bent down and was like texting.
See that
from the back, just like
dude, that happened this weekend.
That dude either had a nice face, lots of money, or she was obligated to be there.
Yeah,
because she was not into it.
She was like, all right, wait.
We were trying to
get behind me. There you go.
We were trying to throw like the twerk contest, and it was just every girl just wanted to grind. I was like, no, time out, Joe Brady, stop the beat. I'm like, yo, if you're gonna twerk and be on here, you gotta shake the money makers and make your baby daddy mad. No, I was serious. And so this girl, her name is Maddie. She was like, yo, let me do that like nay. Granted, she was white, but she had it. She
got it.
She was like, yo,
you got it.
I'm like, all right, she's like high up there. No one won the contest because it was just unorganized and no one wanted to listen.
We'll announce the winner later.
Yeah, I was like, we'll announce
in 15 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
And then a whole new group is already in, and the rest have moved on to the next
girl does the same thing, except she tries to grind on me.
In the mail.
Next thing you know, she was like doing some shit, and I was like, okay. Oh, like I was trying to like focus. That brought me out of focus. Here's what brought me out of focus.
And then the whole rest of the night went to shit.
Let me just tell you real quick. She brought me out of focus because she looked at the crowd with a straight face and then did the splits like that. I was like, yo.
So she won.
Splits are big finishing move. That's a big finishing move.
She was still twerking, looking back.
That is a feat.
Yeah.
That is a real talent right there.
Exactly. She did the splits, looked this way at the crowd with the straight face and started twerking like that. I'm like, yo.
And you're just like, I really wish I could do that.
Yeah.
No, every girl was like,
damn.
She's gonna win the damn competition. But yes, overall, BootyCon was lit.
Crazy. Shout out Frozen Founders. What's this? This is their third one?
This is their second one.
Second one? Okay.
Yes,
Nice.
Trigger Freak too.
Yeah.
And then I think they're gonna have their New Year's party.
Yeah.
Speaking of parties, Grant, we gotta have your going away party soon.
I know. We gotta figure that out.
Wait.
Yes.
Am I late to the party? Where are you going?
I'm leaving. I'm leaving for Seattle.
Yes.
Leaving forever?
Yeah. Well, no, I'll be back.
No, let's put it this way.
To hang out.
Yeah.
No, let's put it this way.
Yeah,
guest
I'll be the
spot.
guest.
Yes.
No, let's put it this way. He is taking a small, long vacation. And
Yeah,
then comes
Yeah,
back.
I'm taking like a long vacation.
Right.
He has Seward.
Yeah. I mean, can never leave Seward for too long.
Yeah. Right. Oh my
Bro,
gosh.
I mean, I went
Seward
out.
just doesn't let you go.
Yeah,
It's not that you can't leave, it's that they won't let you go.
Yeah. I'm fine with that.
Man, it was just overall.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but I mean, like, go back, but like, it was a overall good weekend, dude.
Good.
All right, new brown bag spot.
Okay.
I discovered it, and I know like maybe I've been talking kind of slight crap about LED, but LED is like the new brown bag.
Yeah.
I went in there.
Is it really?
I kid you not. I went in there, and there's a dude who was just doing this with a straight face. Like, I'm like, this guy is happy and shit. Like, you know, happy and shit. You gotta be to do that. Just straight up, just.
Just getting in it.
Like, if he was playing Mo Bamba, he was like, I got. Straight face. Dude, I'm like, what the hell is wrong with this dude? But he's getting it. Like Shake started like, hey.
So what made it the new
Yeah, what
brown
makes
bag
that
spot?
the new brown bag?
Did you see everybody you went to high school with?
Yeah.
No, not really. It just.
Did you see everybody I used to go to high school with? Because that's all the only people I ran into.
There's a few that went in there.
But yeah, so why? Like, what gave you that vibe?
Huh?
When did you go there?
This Saturday.
Wasn't that BootyCon?
Yeah, but they stopped at 1, so I went to check out Willow. Yeah, I went to check out Willow. I was
that's right. That's right. I did see you on Willow.
Yeah, I checked out Willow. I was like, yeah, it's all right. Then I went to Pio. Pio was a decent amount of crowd. Then I went to LED. Game changer. Yeah. Because then, I went upstairs to VIP. And I was like, oh, this is the new brown bag. And then, so I got to get some inside news from the Scoop. And I was like, yo, Scoop.
Why?
Yeah. I'm about to tell you right now.
No, I want to hear your telling of why you were like, damn, this is the new brown bag.
Yeah.
What made you think that?
Well, what made me think it is because, like, the same exact people that were at brown bag and just the energy and how much people, like, were, like, feeling the music. I was like, wow. LED is at their like potential right now. Now it looks like I was like the past few weekends from what I hear from B1 and then from my friend Scoop and then actually physically going there, I'm like Latin side was popping and they had the LED side that was just like lit as fuck. And
like there was a huge crowd too.
Like we're talking about it legitimately, like if you said LED as a club, it looked like a fucking club. No dude did not look like shitty like you see at Pioneer bars. No, motherfuckers were like clean cut and like girls were wearing dresses. They're like, hey girl, what y'all doing?
Oh my goodness.
Like, you know, it just felt like brown bag with a little nightclub twist. Like if finally
I like that. You know, and that's probably the thing that's going to make me want to give LED like more chances or like a better chance or another chance, I guess. I just haven't had as many amazing experiences at LED that I did at Brown Bag. I'm excited that if like the crowd's the same too and the vibe is the same, I feel like that would kind of bring me onto it a little more.
I'm still on the fence though. I'm with LED and I like it, but I'm still on the fence there. I've told people Av is going to come back. Av is going to be on the comeback.
Yeah. Well, and I never knew that Av was like on the out, you know, and then I went there on like a Saturday night at midnight and there was nobody there and I was like, oh, where is everybody? Because I know they're somewhere, you know. So it was probably LED. The thing is, I want LED to do really, really amazingly because I think that is one of the coolest interiors.
It has the potential, like the inside.
Absolutely,
looks cool.
It looks cool, and it's got great, great sound system. It's got, whenever people are in there and they're feeling it, it's got like the good music, the good energy. I just think that they weren't feeling that for quite a long time, but now that the crowd is kind of changing and bringing in a bigger crowd too. I think that's going to be really cool. More people are going to want to go and check it out.
That's the thing. Like, I get the numerous amount of questions, and you even asked us, hey, since Brown Bag shut down, what happens now?
Yeah, where do we go?
I'm like the guy, I guess.
He's the guy. He is the guy.
Because, like, okay, checked out Coots. Coots is decent. Like, it's a good crowd, but at the same time, like, I can't. Like,
see, now, Coots, I went to Coots for my 21st birthday.
Yeah. I remember that because I was there.
Coots. Yeah, Casey took me to Coots after midnight, and we went there for my 21st birthday. It was lit. Yeah. That was so crowded. Yeah. Every time I've been there since hasn't been as crowded, and it was a Saturday night, you know, but oh my gosh, it was crowded. And so I really just love the aspect of like there's a different theme for every bar. I think that's what's really special about it. But again, a lot of it comes down to the crowd, to the vibe, to the music.
And it is. And I'm just like feeling the music though. Like whenever I go in there, I'm like, all right, I block everybody out who I know, but I go to the Spanish side first because I just want to see
at LED.
Yes, just because I want to see what's popping, and then we go to the the club side, and it's just fucking. It was decent back in the day,
right?
It was decent because he used to be Platinum Jacks,
right,
and then Platinum Jacks back in the day actually was lit.
Oh yeah,
I was never old enough to go to Platinum.
No, you are. Like, the time I turned 21. a month later, they shut down.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yes, the time I turned 21.
Jack.
For your answer though, going to Coots.
Yeah.
First time I went to Coots, I was 21, and this is before we went to Bernie's, and I lost my shit. When I said Bernie's, I was like, "Yo!"
The first time that I went to Coots was with this was before I started actually DJing out in town. The first time I went was for someone's birthday, and we took a party bus there.
Right.
And when we got to Coots, and everyone got lost because it's so it's so big.
It's a maze.
Yeah, everybody ended up just looking for everybody else. It took forever to wrangle.
Night.
Yeah, exactly. Herding cats in a bar. Just come on, everybody back to the bus.
Yeah.
It's like holding hands together. Like, all right, guys. Like, we're
everybody hold hands.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, do you have your bathroom buddy?
Yeah.
Which, of course, us girls always do, but never go without our buddy.
I mean, it's truth though.
Yeah, but then of course, if since we're on the subject of places that we're going, bars, places we're going out on the weekends. You mentioned Bernie's, and I was introduced to Bernie's by Jasmine, my best friend Jasmine. Shout out to Jasmine. I was introduced to Bernie's by her, and it was in the summertime.
Yes.
And so they still had all the hookah going, everything outside.
Back in the day.
Oh my gosh, that was one of the coolest experiences I'd ever had.
That was the bar. Like in the summertime, that's the bar to go to.
And that's what I was saying. So what I think is for the crowd that's really similar to our ages are going to Bernie's in the summertime.
Yeah.
Because they have the nightclub option upstairs, but since it gets hot, they still have the outdoor area.
Yeah.
And then they were going to Brown Bag in the wintertime because it was hot in Brown Bag.
Yeah.
And, it was dark and it was underground, and that was the place to be.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see, especially now that Brown Bag is gone.
What the transition will be.
Yeah.
Because it always
gonna
takes
be going
a little time.
where?
After Rum Runners shut down, there was a weird time where downtown was like, all right.
Well, no. Here's how. When I turned 21, I went to Coots first. That was the first bar I've ever went to, and then downtown Bernie's was the first bar I went to, and then in the summertime or mid-fall, I discovered because I was like, all right, what's around here? This night I went solo, and I discovered the Ave, and I hung out at night, and I was like, man, this is actually really cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hang out. Just hung out there in the wintertime. I literally hung out until one day my friend was like, hey, let's go down the street.
Yeah.
I didn't even want to bother going down the street. I was like, no.
This is my place.
I was like, no, fuck that.
This is the place where everybody knows my name.
Then I went to Pioneer, and I lost my shit, and I was like, holy shit.
See, I like the Pio. I haven't had the best interactions with people at the Pio, I think, because that's the place where people go when they're already super shit-faced, Nobody really starts at the Pio.
Yeah.
At least nobody in my friend group, I
never started at the Pio.
I enjoy the Pio. I think it's a little bit too small with how popular it is, but it's kind of hard because as soon as they move to the space,
it has that bottleneck, so everyone just
exactly.
The bar's crowded, but
and it's a college dive bar, but that begs the question too. They know that they would be even more successful if they expanded.
Yeah.
But there comes that weird Alaska downtown Anchorage vibe, where as soon as they move, even if it was right next door,
it would
people are going someplace else.
Exactly, it would throw everything off. Yeah.
People get so into the routine of downtown. This is where we go first. This is where we go second. This is where we go third. This is where we go fourth. That's just how it is. My whole friend group had that, and then finally we were like, you know what? Screw this. We're just gonna go wherever the hell we want, whenever we want.
It was back in the day. It was like the loops, but I stopped doing that after 22, 23. I was like, you know what? I want to go wherever the fuck I want.
Right.
But
wherever makes me happy, not wherever the crowd is.
Right.
Yeah.
I would go to Ave. Back then, it used to be Ave Pio. Summertime was Bernie's.
Well, see, that's why it was always nice when Brown Bag or when Rum Runners was open, just because it had that middle. So even in the wintertime, you'd have somewhere to stop in. Yep. You wouldn't be walking forever to get to Pio from Ave. That's a long walk in the wintertime.
You could stop, have a cocktail, then continue the hike.
Exactly. Yeah, let me warm up and then go.
No, I liked it though. But going to, I remember the first time I went to Brown Bag, and Antoine texted me because I met him before it was right next to the Ave.
Yeah, when it was,
and then he just said, hey man, I bought the shed. I was like, what the fuck is the shed?
Yeah.
And then he goes it just walk down 3rd Avenue, and it's right on F and F and third. I was like, all right. So I went to F and third, and I was like, what the fuck is brown bag? And then downstairs was Killjoy. He used to be like right on fourth too.
Right.
And so he was like this classy like kind of vibe back then downstairs.
Yeah.
And it was DJ Mix to B and Tico on Saturdays, and then you'd have the like really nice cocktail drinks. It was like a speakeasy, but like downstairs, and you could go down.
Right.
And I was like, dude, this could be our new Payo.
See, this is hilarious because I didn't go to Brown Bag until after it already had the reputation of this is the new spot to
You're
dance,
welcome.
to drink, to everything. You
You're
know,
welcome.
I know. Well, but it's crazy because I had only been to Killjoy once, and I had actually gone like when it was still on Fourth.
Yeah.
And wasn't then it was just like a wine and a beer bar with appetizers.
One cheese appetizers.
Yeah,
like you just
and I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. There's nowhere else like this in Anchorage. And then right after I went there, it disappeared. I was like, where did it go? And then Panda's over here like, have you been to the new Brown Bag? Killjoy's downstairs. I'm like, Killjoy wine and cheese. And I walk down there and it's like, blah, blah, and everybody's going crazy and everybody's drunk.
Well,
and
here's how that started. Here's how that started. Antoine, I remember he didn't even really know me, but I was like, dude, Snapchat is going to fucking blow up when they figure out this spot. I was like, you have back in the day, number one club DJ was Mix the B, and I was like, bro, we're gonna fucking make this shit happen. And then Mix the B was like, you think? I was like, bro,
it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
Then it happened, and then everybody got mad about it.
So then I remember it was me and my
downtown
friend.
Can't have anything nice.
Then March happened, and it was what was March? March was, I always want to say Leif Erikson Day, but it's really St. Patrick's Day. It's St. Patrick's Day.
Yes.
St. Patrick's Day happened. Well, the episode we'll get into that later, but I remember it was St. Patrick's Day, and me and my friend were just like, dude, all right, let's bring people. And I was texting everybody, and then after that, I put it on Snapchat, Instagram, like just regular posts. But then I took out the post like later because this is before they had story.
Right.
And I was like, dude, this is lit. Let's come here. Come on, let's
Everybody
go. Let's
get
have
down.
fun. And
Yeah.
this is before Joe Brady and I met you down there.
Oh.
And towards the fall, Mix the B moved. Tico wanted to go. He saw a spot. And then later on, I met Grant because he was playing Jungle Bay. And I was like, hey, man, you're really cool. Like, what is this?
Do you want to be best
I like
friends?
it. No,
Let's do it.
Funny story how me and Grant met. So I was like, yo, this is cool. I was mid-buzzed. He was not wearing a hat. He's like, thanks, man. And his buddy and DJ Mind Groove, he came up and said, do you know him? I was like, I know him now. You got to get off stage. All right, I respect that. And I was like, I guess I got to get off stage. And then all of a sudden, we developed this whole relationship. Yeah. And he would play goth music. He'd play like a lot of music. Then Joe Brady. I can tell. I can go rant on Joe Brady. Joe, he was just the regular like. He would wear your basic sweater and this. In the motherfucking Anchorage didn't happen until 2017 ago.
Yeah, that's true. It's true.
That was when he was wearing his Anchorage Bucks jersey, and I thought it was a Pirates jersey. And I was like, oh my God, it's Joe Brady with the 6. He's back at it again. And then right when I got up, and he has in the Anchorage? In the motherfucking Anchorage? That's how it started.
That's where that was born. Yes. I love it.
In the motherfucking Anchorage is when it started. And
I always loved it too because Joe would always let me be like one of those girls like up in the booth with him, And
he would constantly text me. I'm like, hold on.
I'm like, I'm over here. Do you see? Like taking selfies like in the booth. I'm that girl. But no, I'd be hyping everybody up. I'd be up there dancing my ass off, And that was one of the things that I loved about Brown Bag was because everybody in there, especially on Saturdays, because I always went on Saturday nights. Everybody in there on Saturday night, they knew me because I went every Saturday. And they knew me well enough that I would be, hey, what's up? I knew their security, and security would let me stand next to them. And then once I was standing next to security, the DJ's like, yeah, you can come in here. And then I'm like, I'm just having so much fun.
I made it to the inner circle.
I did it. Exactly. Yeah, I had so much fun. And there were times when I would go out with a group of friends and everybody would start to disperse and I shut the downstairs of Brown Bag down with all my bartender friends and my DJ friends, and I would shut the place down and then like, okay, see you guys next Saturday, bye.
So I remember our drug talks, and then I met Tanner down there. Man, I met so many like really influential people.
I met a lot of people through Brown Bag.
I met you through Brown Bag. We would have this podcast.
Down Brown Bag. There was one time that I literally shut down Brown Bag, and I
probably have it on my Snap, so go ahead and explain it.
No, because I woke up in Brown Bag.
Yeah, dude, I remember that.
I fell asleep in the DJ booth, like on the floor. I woke up and was like,
that's the night I spent the night at Joe's house.
And then I was like, is anybody here? And my phone's dead. I was like, what time is it? I opened the door and it's like 8 in the morning. I was like, whoa. I was like, all right.
No, I remember this. Okay, funny story. I spent the night at Joe's house. I was walking downstairs. It was like 7:45, 8 o'clock. You walked out not the porch door. You walked out the front door.
No, I walked out the side door.
Or something. And I was walking down to my car and I was like,
where did you come from? I just took the best nap of my life.
Exactly.
I was like, the fuck did you come from? And you're like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I was like,
something weird happened last night, man. I feel weird.
You're like, I just need to wake up. But
and then I got home and like I'm emptying my pockets and I had like 4 different like girls' lip glosses and lipsticks. I was like, "What's going on?"
Yes!
I texted someone. I posted that picture, and someone was like, "Did you rob a 14-year-old? What did you do?" I was like, "I don't know."
No, you're just the guy. You know, the DJ. Okay, as soon as you become the girl who's dancing in the DJ booth, the DJ becomes the guy who holds all of your shit.
I was just the guy with the mic. That's it.
Well, no, but I mean, like seriously, I would put my bag under the booth.
That's usually why the DJ tries to limit those people, because as soon as they're there, they're like, so this coat.
So it's like really heavy. Right. Well, and then it got to the point where I started seeing everybody and actually started developing relationships with different DJs through my work and through their work and stuff. That like I would get to a spot and they'd be like, "Hey, Malie, you got a bag? I can take it over here." And I'm like, I feel so cool. All my friends would be like, "Wow, you're fancy. You're well known." And I'm like, "No, I only know the right person."
Yeah, exactly.
That's I know the right people.
Malie, you're welcome.
Yeah. Shush.
No, I miss it because like where I had my birthday, Pandemonium, which I still remember till this day, dude. I walk out to get air, and this is before I black the fuck out, but I get air. And I'm like, fuck, I should have charged the cover because, dude, it was in the door, looped down the hill,
you're like,
halfway.
Man, and you're like, $5 a head, I could have made bank.
Right? I was like, dude, it reached capacity. Antoine was excited. He's like, dude, and I was like, Joe, we should have charged $5 at the door. Man, I blacked out. I remember because Chris, my brother.
Yes, love him.
So he
fork note.
Yes. I got into this shit. I'm gonna share it with you guys.
Spill the tea, honey. I am so
ready. We got McDonald's. I was semi drunk and puking still, and then so I.
That's the worst.
As we went home, right, and this is when Chris and I were roommates. There was a time where I was just like feeling it, and then my mind started to fucking think thoughts, and then all of a sudden my stomach was calling me, and so I puked. Chris cleaned it. I felt so sorry, man. Chris, I love you, man. So like,
shout out to Chris, the real MVP out there.
I threw up, and I was like, I gotta puke. I literally slid, got like, I started bleeding because I slid through the carpet. My dumbass. And so Toby, my other brother from another mother, he was like, "No, man, I help you, man," and he was drunk too. So
drunk.
I was puking. I was
just
puking.
It's a bigger mess for the sober people.
So afterwards, Chris helped me back to the couch, and I started crying. And I was like, well, no. It was because I was thinking about my girlfriend that like died. Yeah. So I mean, I'm gonna say it. No, I'm gonna say it. So I was So here's where the story kind of actually was really funny. I'm never gonna forget it because he told me this. He's like, dude, you were crying for Kayla, but at the same time, here's what really made it funny. Because I was crying and I was like, man, I miss her. Toby was like, where's my phone, man? And then Chris was like, why? He's like, man, I gotta call 911. Why? Because Julian's heart's broken. I was
so extra. Yeah,
oh my god. No, it's the truth though. I was like, he's like, no, because he was drunk too. He's like, dude, I feel bad. Like 911. I want to fucking fix
and
his
then
heart.
You're like, no.
I wish that would have been a hilarious 911 call.
I know, right? They would have made it into a Facebook post, like those videos.
Right, dude, no. Like Chris was like, man, give me the phone.
Yeah.
He's like,
was Chris drinking at all? Like, had he been drinking?
Chris doesn't drink anymore. He cuts off drinking for his life. He comes down to just hang out with us. Yeah. And
so he doesn't drink anymore?
No, he is.
Oh, well, I commend him for that, because half the struggle of staying sober is having to take care of all your drunk ass friends, you know, and dealing with their shit, dealing with them putting stuff in your face.
Yeah, when you DJ, like when I did that like sober stretch, I did like 90 days sober, and just dealing with drunk people, I remember that. Was so annoying. You're just like, oh man.
You got to be on a certain. You don't have to be on their level, but you have to be on a certain level to be able to tolerate them when they're at their worst.
There was one time at Brown Bag, this guy came up and he's like, hey, can you play M83? I was like, okay, yeah, I can do that. Like, give me a second. Though. It's gonna take a while.
It takes a little bit. You've been putting in all your stuff. You've been doing all your transitions.
Like, I gotta get to it. I got you. And then like after a while, he's like, he had his phone up and it was just M83. He's like, I was like, I got it. And then another friend of his came up and I was like, I got it. And then a little while, like the song starts playing and then I see his hand go up. I was like, if I see M83, I'm not playing this fucking song. Yep. And he's like, oh. I was like, yeah, all right. Jesus.
I love that. He listened.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, God damn it.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Brown Bag memories, dude. Like it was such.
It was so good.
I know. It was a good spot.
And here's another thing. I'm probably going to sound like I'm bitching about this right now, but you know what? It really makes me upset when you can't live in downtown Anchorage and expect it to be quiet.
No, you can't.
You can't live in a downtown anywhere and expect it to be quiet.
You live downtown because you want it to be busy. You're there for the hustle bustle of downtown life.
If we're talking about how it shut down, I was there when it happened.
Right. Well, no. So it's just like, it's one of those things where even when we're doing events like a marathon or something like that, and we're downtown and it's 8 o'clock in the morning, and that's when we start on the mics and we're doing like, hey everybody, welcome out. We get people coming down there bitching at us for being too loud.
Yeah.
This is a marathon.
Yeah.
There are big speakers being held up in the sky.
Yeah. And like you said, that's the thing that bothers me so much about all the downtown complaints. It's like, you live downtown. Like any other city, when you move downtown, you're like, oh, it's going to be busy here.
It's going to be
loud.
So busy. Like, and if you don't have the soundproof windows that cut out the airplanes and the drunk people, then that's your own damn fault.
You know what's funny?
Move to the south side. That's
exactly.
Silent.
That's literally silent.
Right.
It's so quiet.
Yeah. My friend's dad lives downtown. He's straight up from Chicago, like where all the Nuddlers, and he lived downtown. He just likes downtown feel. And so my friend's dad, I was like, he's like right where like the start is, like of the marathon.
Yep.
He's like actually two houses down, but he goes, yeah, dude, I'm honestly used to it. Like, this ain't like Chicago. Like, honestly, he goes,
it's not even close to like.
He's like, you want to hear Chicago? I used to live upstairs from a club.
Yeah.
I used to live where people would fight.
Yep.
People would, like, I would see live fucking. And then in my mind, I'm like a news reporter saying, like, and now Channel 2 News. In other news, like, he was literally acting. Yeah, he's like, honestly, this whole shit, when people are like, and now the Boston Marathon. Like, I don't give a shit. Cool.
Yeah.
Like, I sleep like a baby.
Right.
I take fucking NyQuil.
Because they are surrounding themselves in that environment for long enough where you have to adapt to your environment. And the old... Okay, sorry to all the old people out there, but it's always you, okay? It's always you.
For
all the old people who live downtown in Anchorage, you know... it's more exhausting to have to get out of your place, walk up to some other place, start yelling and complaining, and then go back. Like, don't live there if you can't handle the noise. Yeah. Or take steps to where you're either not...
learn to live with it.
Exactly. Learn to live with it, adapt to your environment, or... I don't know, replace your windows and your doors.
Or at least put soundproof in there.
I don't know. I mean, there's so many different options. And I think that's just something that bothers me about people complaining about noise and complaining about things in general.
About
it's
downtown. Because I've had this discussion with Antoine. It's like, you can't live downtown and like next to nightclubs and be like, oh man, it's so noisy when bar closes. It's like, duh.
Well, here's a messed up part. And man, I hope you're listening to this because you don't even live downtown. The guy who was writing all these complaints, he lives on Midtown. Yeah, fool. Like he's like, I'm noise complaint. Bitch, you don't even live downtown. Yeah, I know. Like fool. Like he's like my next door neighbor, kind of, but not really. I've seen him before. And I'm like, he's on the news going, it's just violence. No, this is what really happened. All right. Like a part of like they say the whole fight. Honestly, it was because a dude was yelling at a cop. The cop said, "Hey, back up. I don't want to put force on you. Literally, don't assault an officer." That's why they had to do a whole thing of the whole riot thing, what they call. They had to make a wall because these motherfuckers started getting out their phones and they started wanting to record. They wanted to do shit like, dude, shut the fuck up. You don't know half the story. So he doesn't even know what he's talking about. Writing a list. I'm like, dude, just because somebody draws a fucking penis on your window doesn't mean shit. Right? Expect that. Welcome to downtown Anchorage.
Welcome to downtown.
Freaking the Frozen founders live in the heart of Brown Bag too.
Well, and of course, there's a part of me that's like, I wish that the majority of people going downtown were able to kind of keep their bearings around them enough to be respectful to other people, like there's obviously two sides to every coin, know, like we're looking at this from one point of view, but there was a lot of shitty people who went to Brown Bag and made a lot of noise. But at the same time, we still have to acknowledge the fact that you're the person who chooses to live in a place where this is going to happen. And that's the problem, is that when people see that a new up and coming place that's really popular gets shut down because of noise complaints or other stupid stuff, nobody's going to want to start developing in downtown Anchorage because they're afraid they're going to get shut down by crabby ass people who don't know how to live in their environment.
Speaking of downtown, you know what's funny about, like, since we're talking about like this whole downtown noise complaint, people are like, dude, you should buy Brown Bag. I'm like, dude, I don't have money to buy.
I know, right? Like if we got a whole group of people together to chip in,
like a co-op bar.
Exactly. Then hell we should do it. And then you could be the MC/host/manager.
What's up, motherfucker?
Doing your thing, and then everything would be happy and everything would be great. And we would invite all of the old people in to have a drink with us in the hopes that it would calm their nerves at least a tiny bit, I guess.
Just get them drunk early in the night so they pass out and then they don't mind the noise.
They don't have to worry about the noise.
Dude, like I just wish like people just lightened up a little bit. I'm like, people think Anchorage, like downtown, does that like with this noise complaint and just like bitching about shit. I'm like, dude, if you lived in Chicago, you would want to hang yourself. If you lived in New York, like those motherfuckers.
See, but I miss big cities. Like
I do too. Seattle.
When
some
I went
people
to
thrive in them, some people don't.
Yeah, exactly.
I saw an old lady one time. I went to like a nightclub, and she was like, I literally was just hanging there right on the stoop, just not even on her stoop. She goes, "Did you have fun, Sonny?" Yeah, I remember back then, before this was a club, this was actually a bar, and this is where I met my husband. I'm like, dude, why?
Those are the old people that we want to invite in and have a drink with.
I was like, you're not worried about the noise? She's like, back in the 20s and 30s and 40s, my mom used to say, downtown is always going to be downtown. And see, I lived in the era of the 60s, 70s, and 80s. So we did, and she went in.
Oh, yeah, she's giving you everything.
But she's like, we did coke when I was a we got drunk, we showed off our fucking hair, but I don't want to know that.
But I don't know. It's the beautiful thing about humanity and about the human being in general is the fact that we can all think for ourselves and we have our own opinions and we don't have to agree with everybody. It's beautiful. But what would be even more amazing and beautiful is if we were able to have those opinions without hating each other because our opinions differ. It's like the whole phrase "agree to disagree" is something that I think is so underused right now. Know when to say, you know what, we don't agree on this. I don't think we're going to see eye to eye. Let's stop talking about it instead of hating each other for the next 30 years of your life.
This last Saturday, I was playing at the Speakeasy.
I remember.
I was DJing, and I don't know if you saw my tweets. There was a guy. There's a table in front of me, and there's this guy wearing a Trump shirt, and he's just being he's holding 2 beers. He's being like super loud, and he's like, well, why can't everything just be based on merit, huh? And just being so aggressive, and you can see the whole table is just like, oh. And then finally, like after a while, he sits down. He's like, oh no, I want to have this conversation. And the guy sitting next to him, he's like, dude, no one cares that you're a Trump supporter, but do you have to be such a dick?
Yeah. And everybody else is probably like,
yeah, just Jesus Christ, just calm down.
Yeah.
Like, we're just here to have a drink, and you're making it so aggressive.
Right.
My thing, like I saw,
he didn't catch it. I played Love Will Bring Us Together, and then impeach the president.
You should have played. No, what you should have played was fuck Donald Trump. What you should have played was fuck Donald Trump. Let's see how angry he is. I love Donald Trump. Okay, let me tell you this way. All right. I give Donald Trump props, all right? I know we said in the past that I hate Donald Trump. I just dislike his actions. That's it, okay?
Wait, what?
I've said in the past, I fucking hate Donald Trump, but I lied. I dislike his actions because, now that I really think about it, and I was discussing this to my friend the other day, I was like, Donald Trump, he may be white, but he's in white, the blackest white president I've ever met. Because look,
you've met him?
Yeah. Well, not really, but just in my mind.
Oh.
In my mind, I met him.
Not really.
In my mind.
Just in my mind.
In my mind.
Yeah.
Talk to him. He's chill.
First of all, who pays out Stormy Daniels, professional porn star, to tell her to shut the fuck up? But then again, she goes, "Yo, I hooked up with Donald Trump."
With the president,
right?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, okay, he has clout points. He has he has some clout points.
I guess that's not what I base clout on.
Yeah.
I guess, but I think that it's. I don't want to get into it, honestly. It's a sore subject.
I just want to say it. That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all I'm leaving it at.
But it's just one of those things where, like I was saying earlier, a person's actions speak so much louder than words.
Yeah.
But at the same time, now words are starting to speak louder because of social media, because of all this internet bullshit. And I'm just like, okay, well, instead of bashing people you've never met, like the president on the internet, go out and vote.
Yeah, yes. November 6th. Go out and vote.
People get mad about people who push voting. And I'm like, okay, so many people bought a Mega Millions lottery ticket.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you imagine if all the people...
Casey's dad bought us some.
That's right. And I actually bought 12 more after that. But can you imagine if instead of going out and expecting your life to be better by buying one ticket and hoping it's going to change your life, how about you have the same mindset about voting?
Yeah.
Because if people had the same mindset about voting, we wouldn't have 25% voter turnouts anywhere across the nation.
I just want my dividend.
We'd be able to do it. I know you want your dividend. I want my dividend too, man.
I just want my dividend.
I want my dividend, and I want our state not to be in debt. So how do we do that?
Yeah. How do we balance that?
Can somebody actually make some kind of plan for how we can do both? That'd be great.
Vote for Panda.
There you go. We need to make vote for Panda shirts, and you can do instead of vote for Pedro, it'd be vote for Panda, but you can do the same pose and everything. We're gonna make them.
What is it? What is Panda's acronym? People always neglect that.
People always neglect that ass.
It's like people always neglect that ass.
Dead ass. Yeah. Okay, so this is completely random, but because you just said the word "dat," I saw this meme earlier today that was like, "It's not good to be sad. Sad backward is dust, and dust not good. And I don't know why, but that made my whole day. It was so cool. It was like needlepoint with flowers and shit around it.
Dude,
and I'm just like, what?
I love it.
It was great. So that just totally reminded me of that. Great. If you need a little pick me up, don't be sad, because sad backwards is dust, and dust not good.
Dust not good. Dust not good. I'm gonna use that.
Right? Right?
That's good. That's good.
That's good.
Yeah. That's good. That's good.
I mean, it is an actual word. People that you don't know.
Man, well, that was a crazy tangent from the side.
Yes.
I know. I don't even remember how we got there.
I don't know. We
were talking about brown bag.
and then...
if we want to bring it back around to Halloween.
Yes.
So I'll tell you kind of my worst Halloween experience.
Yes.
It was actually at Brown Bag, and I don't think it was because of Brown Bag. It was because of the
when
people
you were a skeleton and I was a Green Ranger Brown Bag?
Yes. So
I
was Diablo, actually, from Suicide Squad, and no one recognized me.
No, I did.
Well, you did, because I came up to you and I was like, hey! And I had my teeth showing and I was smiling and I was being loud. And you're like, oh, it's Malie.
No. I was like, Diablo. That's all I said. I was like trying to think. I was like, where have I seen this?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I had drawn on like the face tattoos, all the other tattoos, everything, like by myself, by hand. Like I worked so hard on that, and I had these girls. Like I would go, I know them, and I would go up to them and be like, "Hey, girl, what's going on?" Like I'll just throw out a name, Sarah or whatever. Yeah. Like, "Hey, Sarah, what's up?" Oh. And then would like walk away. Yeah. And then I'd come back around later and I'm like, hey, Sarah, I don't think you knew it was me earlier. It's Malie. And she was like, oh, hey. And started like smiling and stuff. And I'm like, okay, I don't want to be friends with you anymore, because if you treat people that you don't recognize like that, like that's ridiculous. But no, the worst part of the Halloween night was...
That's Malie.
I went to the bathroom in Brown Bag.
Yep, I remember you telling me that story.
And the toilet had already broken by this time of the night. Yeah. And guess what? People were still shitting and pissing on top of all the shit and piss that was already inside the toilet. There was at least an inch of what I assume is water. Probably not water. I had to throw my shoes and my jeans away after that night. I was like, there is no salvaging these things. So unfortunately, that wasn't like the coolest Halloween ever, but dancing and drinking was great. But then once I had to go to the bathroom and try to introduce myself to people, it did not work.
You didn't know this is what Malie looked like 2016 ago.
Yes, 2016 ago.
I was a green.
I had that whole, the whole face tattoos, everything. Yeah.
Man, this was,
I liked it. I embraced it. I was having so much fun. And when no one recognized me, when I realized that no one was recognizing me because I had all of this face paint on, I was like, oh, this is cool. I don't have to feel obligated to say hi to anybody.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no.
I remember when somebody thought you were Skeletor.
I know. They're like, what are you, Skeletor? And I'm like,
I remember when
excuse you?
I started dying.
I know. He's laughing and I'm mad because I've already had a couple drinks in me. And I'm like, oh, Diablo, bitch.
This is when I put on my mask and I was getting ready, and then all I hear was, are you Skeletor? My mask all of a sudden fell off, like automatic.
Oh my gosh.
I started dying laughing. Oh man, good times.
But I do miss Brown Bag. But Halloween, man, it's going to be so much fun this weekend. I'm really excited.
Well, so there was BootyCon last weekend. What else? Oh, well, I did Jams for Fams with Spencer Lee.
Jams for Fams,
Shout out to Spencer Lee. Yes. Jams for Fams was fun. It's always weird DJing for kids, though, because like I forget, like, and you know, like obviously, like I worked the night before, so I'm like hungover on like 2 hours of sleep, just like DJing for children. And there's this weird moment where I'm like trying to like, I'm playing like I normally would, and Spencer's like, hey, you don't have to warm the crowd up. They're kids. Just start playing like the songs they know. I was like, oh, I guess that's true. Like I'm not waiting for them to get a couple drinks in and loosen up. Like they're just there ready to party. So, but no, it was super fun.
They're milk drunk.
Yeah, there was a lot of good costumes.
I can just picture Grant just playing.
I learned about the chicken nugget dance.
Yep. There's a chicken nugget dance?
Yeah. And then the what's the shark song? Yeah, just all these weird.
Baby shark, baby shark. You're welcome for having that stuck into your head for the rest of the day.
It's not going to be stuck in my head.
Yeah. So, but yeah, no, it was that was a fun time. Shout out to Spencer Lee. Shout out to Spencer Lee. It's always fun.
The Nocturnal.
Oh yeah, how was Nocturnal? I didn't get to go, so yeah.
I went with my.
Zombie Prom. Shout out to B1 and DJ Black.
Yes.
Zombie Prom looked lit. I
went with shout out to Malie for giving me some tickets, by the way. I love you. And KGOT. Love you guys. KCB too. If you're watching this, I love you, and sorry if I recorded your fat handles. Anyways, so
we should get KCB in here.
We'll have him next, and then Malie, you're coming back too.
Okay,
you have to come back.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to have KCB without Malie D. It's just a given.
Okay, we're gonna go on another tangent here.
No, wait, time out.
Really quick, another tangent. So Casey especially gets this a lot. Whenever he goes out and is recognized by a listener or by someone who follows us on social media or something, they always ask him, "Where's Malie?"
Yeah.
And we have to remind people, we don't live together.
We're not.
We don't.
I don't know, with her family.
We don't share our lives. They are totally separate, other than in the morning.
That's like the Power Rangers thing.
Yeah.
Tommy, where's Kimberly?
And you're like, what? I don't live with them.
Doing their thing.
I am not always with this person. So I just thought that was really funny. Anyways, continue about Nocturnal. Tell us all about it.
So I went with Yogi Bear, aka
T-Man,
T-Dog, Tanner. Man, it was awesome. We started off at Flat Top first, and we met up with his sister. Shout out future wife.
Yep. Hey Jordan, you hear that? Hey.
Nah, she's cool. But we started off there. We were trying to just, I don't know what we're doing there actually. We were just meeting up with Jordan.
And
then we're like, let's go to Nocturnal. So we went to Coots, and it was some next level shit over there, dude.
Really?
I was like, okay, they're building it up. It's weird because the Nocturnal I'm used to going to is like at the Egan Center. And then there's like the 18, 19, 20, 21, and it's just a big ass fucking crowd. And then I lose my shit. I lose my shit because every fucking song that I want to hear,
was coming on.
I was like, he is not going to let me down.
Nope.
Right when the beat dropped, I'm like, Tanner, we're butting heads, but not really, because if I butt your head, I might be concussed.
But we're gonna go for it anyways.
So I'm like, wait until the beat drops. I gotta put this on IG. So I'm putting it on IG, and I'm doing some yes. That's all I was doing.
The whole time.
And then, I don't remember from there. I know we ended up at Tanner's house.
Yes.
And we had eggs and bacon.
Nice. Perfect.
Wait, time out. We also had tortillas.
Ooh, tortillas. I like it.
Thank you, Tanner.
That sounds like a successful night.
Right? When your boy makes you, when Yogi Bear decides, hey, I stole some food, but not really. Would you like some eggs and bacon? Yes, I would. Okay, that's
okay. Wait.
I'm gonna be totally honest. I think you were trying to do a Yogi Bear impression, and it wasn't working.
No, it wasn't. Hey,
you feel like we were waiting.
I just love your shoulders too.
Because if you watch the show, he does that. He's like, "Hey,
that's true."
I'm trying to get into character here.
Okay.
It's like when I do my Malie D impression. All right.
Oh my gosh, let's not do that.
Oh my gosh! Hi guys, it's Malie D. I have an Audi Q6. Let me tell you about
I have an Audi Q6.
Look, I heard you on the radio talking about Audi Q6, so I'm like tempted.
It's a Q5.
My bad.
The's no such thing as a Q6.
Okay, I
level.
My bad. Hi
Hashtag
guys.
Research.
Hashtag bless. Hashtag John 316.
Yes. So Nocturnal last weekend was really, really good.
Yes,
Did you end up doing anything else last weekend?
BootyCon and then that. But we went to Pioneer. It was all right.
Yeah.
Yes. But Malie, enough about me because everybody knows about my life.
Hey.
Let's talk about your little discussion thing at the art center. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Oh, well, thank you so much for bringing that up. I had so much fun. So I did this really cool new kind of concept event called Two Worlds, a conversation series at Aquila Collective. Now, the Aquila Art Space is incredible.
Oh, yeah, it's big in there.
Yeah, it's right next to, so it's on 6, it's right next to Circular Boutique. And it's just a white room, and they fill it with incredible local artists' work. And
shout out to the Aquila Collective.
Yes, Aquila Collective.
Mikey.
Shout out to Tanya Val. She's so incredible. Love Mikey so much. He was there too. Of course, Jovel. All of our friends over there, they're so cool, and I feel so honored that they asked me to be part of this. So basically, Two Worlds is where they bring two people together from seemingly different walks of life and kind of invite them to have a conversation where we can find the similarities and the differences, but it's really to tell people how they were up and coming and how they came up into whatever they're doing now.
Right.
So I thought that was really cool. It sounded like an amazing concept, and I was able to talk with Kirsten Swan, who is a local journalist. She owns her own neighborhood blog called the Mountain View Post. She does some freelance journalism work, and she's super cool, so fun to just hang out with. And then our mediator was the artist who had her art there, Tanya Val. And so I've never had to worry about like being nervous talking in front of a crowd because I talk behind a microphone and closed doors, and I don't have an audience looking at me, So I was nervous about this one because there was a whole audience of people sitting in Aquila Collective with us watching
a conversation.
Exactly. So it was a little bit odd at first, but it was so much fun. It was really easy to get into the flow. Tanya kept it moving super well. And, you know, we talked about everything from how we got started in our field to how do we deal with haters or negativity, you know, and it was just a really great conversation. So I believe they're going to be doing it again.
Because I wanted to go to that one. I can't remember what I was doing, probably working. But
you're Friday night, probably,
but no, I would want to see it. It sounds like a really cool idea.
It's who's the next? Cool. So there's no one slated for the next one just yet. They actually have a whole list of people that they would like to have. They're just trying to make up the pairings now. And then whatever the topic of the subject is, or like the jobs that people do, they're going to try and see if it can correspond with the art that's in the space. So it was just a cool vibe. It was such an amazing experience, and I really hope that someday, you know, for like a next season or something, they invite me back and I can do it again, because it's so much fun for sure.
I totally want to do something like that one day.
Well,
that'd be so
shout
sick.
him out. Hey, Panda's over here. He's got all of his
Collective.
Stuff.
What's up?
You know, it was really fun.
Downtown life, like just think, Jovel, me and you can collab. Like, you know,
there you go.
Like, hey, what's this art picture? So here's the thing. I was.
That's a little different than the conversation we were having.
No. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So here's the thing. You know, my eye was blackened here because I was listening to that one Hawthorne Heights song. Cut my wrist and blacked my eye.
Oh no!
So I decided to black my eye this one. I didn't want to cut my wrist because Filipinos don't cut their wrist unless you're cooking.
It's a weird stereotype.
That's a really weird stereotype. I don't think you can stereotype mental illness. Okay, let's move on.
Moving on. I did burn the shit out of my hand the other week. Moving on.
That was random too. Well, since we were talking about last weekend, this weekend there's even more stuff going on this weekend too.
Because I feel like everyone's doing, because Halloween obviously is on a Wednesday, but
so the kids are going to go trick or treating on Halloween.
But there is there's that downtown trick or treating event happening this Saturday.
Trick or Treat Street, it's happening Saturday. Trick or Treat Street, downtown Anchorage, and I can't tell you exactly what street it's on because it's on pretty much all of them.
It's pretty much
almost all of downtown gets together, and a whole bunch of different storefronts have like booths, and then they have stations in their stores for kids to come and get candy. So wear a costume, bring your kids. This is one of those things where it's going to be during the day. You won't have to worry about them being out at night on Halloween.
If you're downtown and you're wondering like, what the hell is everybody like?
Why are all these kids running around? Exactly. That's what's going on.
If I'm correct, Joe Brady, I think, is DJing Wednesday on Halloween out at what's that fucking place called? Willow.
Yes.
Oh, that one place.
In my head, I was thinking Frontier Bar.
Right. Yeah,
I was thinking because that's what he did last year with Covey. So if I'm correct, I mean, I got to double check on this, so don't quote me on this. If you'd be like, "Yo, Panda, I thought Joe Brady was DJ."
I based my plans around this podcast.
Just put it in the whatever the comments below.
Yeah.
What is it?
Just
the
put
description.
possibly Joe Brady. But you know what's funny though?
What?
That picture that we took was on a weekday.
What do you mean?
The picture when we did that picture too, I believe.
What picture?
So
for Halloween for 2016. Your skeleton.
Oh, was 2016 on a weekday?
Yes,
probably was, because if it's Wednesday this year, that means it was Tuesday last year. That means it was Monday the year before.
Yes.
Whoa. We went out on a Tuesday?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I didn't go to work the next day. I don't even remember, but I'm telling you, I did not.
But I'm glad that it's a Wednesday now, because that means next year it's going to be on a Thursday. Finally, we're getting to pushing
back a little,
I remember this middle of the week thing is driving me crazy.
Yeah.
I remember when St. Patrick's Day was on a Thursday, and people were like, "Yeah, fucking thirsty Thursdays. We're gonna get lit, lads."
We're gonna get lit, lads.
I'm like, dude, that's Scottish, but I'm having a great time. I'm having a great time.
You do that too well. That's so good.
Here's how I've started practicing. It's because I saw this on the Jimmy Kimmel show where they're having the 50 Shades of Grey and they're quoting different lines off of the 50 Shades of Grey book, right?
Lord.
And then it was like Scottish accent with saying this line, and the line the dude said was, "I don't remember reading nipple clamps in the Bible."
Wow, you're right. Saying it in an accent makes it so much better.
I don't remember reading about nipple clamps in the Bible line. Or the quirky Irish. Because I said. That was horrible. I can't do Irish, but I can do Scottish. Jack Sparrow.
Speaking of sparrows, I don't know. Segue into this.
Segue.
Yeah, segue.
We just need a button that goes segue, and then just
tangent.
Are you either of you going to Portugal? Portugal, man?
Yes, I am technically going to both nights because I got the chance with KCB to actually go on stage and introduce them.
101.3?
Yes, and do the pre-show. So we're going to be going to both nights to at least do that. I'm hoping that I'll be able to stay for the whole thing on Friday. I'm so excited for this. I am so stoked.
What time does it start? On Friday?
So I believe that the opening act starts at 7:30. I believe they go on at 7:30, and then they'll probably play for about an hour, and then Portugal will go on after that.
JC, you want to hook me up?
Hey, we here's the thing. We only have passes technically for the introduction and the pre-show, and then we're like, no, we're not giving you anything, and I'm like,
you're like trying to finesse, just standing there, like,
I'm with them.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just like,
I don't know how to get out of the building.
I fell asleep in the DJ booth.
Yeah.
So I can just see it now. Who are you? I'm Panda. 49 Supply.
I'm here at ADN. I don't know.
I will say anything to get in.
Yeah.
I'm an intern for 101.3.
You're gonna throw that around.
Gonna start throwing those names around.
No, I'm kidding. I won't do that. I never have. I'm just like saying, hey, yo, I'm Panda. I'm Grant's friend.
There you go.
Yeah, that will carry a lot of weight at the Alaska Airlines Center. You're like, who? Grant, he sold merch here one time? I don't know. Yeah.
He sold merch? You didn't see him? He was on the back corner. He was making sure Portugal's Demand sound was awesome.
There you go.
Good ways to sneak into a show. My buddy did.
You can't say it now because, like, no.
Well, they're going to listen to this and be on the lookout.
They're watching.
One of my friends took me to go see Arctic Monkeys in San Francisco, and what we did was he told me to just wear a black shirt and jeans. And I was like, okay. We get there. He opens his trunk. He has a box of limes, and we just walk up to security, and we're like, hey, the bar's out of limes. They're like, yeah, go ahead. And we just went in.
Genius!
So,
dude, that's smart.
I would much rather spend my money on a box of limes than a ticket. I mean, come on.
And lime.
Yeah, because bars are always running out of those, and usually security isn't coordinated with the bar. They don't know. They're just like,
I'll be like,
that's hilarious.
I'm like, hey, they told me to drop this off.
Genius. You learn something new every day.
I'm doing it.
Getting to the front of the show is just have a flashlight with you and just shine it. People automatically think you're security trying to get through, and they just spread.
Yes.
Oh, dude, that's what I did at Brown Bag.
Yes.
That's what I did at Brown Bag. Just
genius.
These motherfuckers just went.
But
I just have to make sure that every time we go someplace now, Max wears a black t-shirt.
Yeah, exactly.
And has a flashlight. Just in case. So that way he's the one that's security. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I lost my phone. He's helping me find it. And then all of a sudden we're up right there at the edge of the stage. Genius. Love it.
Oh, man, I can see it right now.
I'm stoked that you'll get to see Portugal. Portugal is, I mean, I'm excited for this show. I'm glad that they're like almost sold out, I think, on both shows. So, because, that's crazy. Like, I remember
that's homecoming, man. That's one of those things where you're just like, you finally hear about the people from Alaska who are proud of being from Alaska getting recognized and shouting at Alaska out, and you're like, it gives you a little bit more of a sense of pride of being in Alaska.
I love it.
I wanted to go to one of the shows, and I might try to go on Friday because I actually have Friday off, so I will
try to go Friday too.
Do it.
Like I saw them at Coachella, and their show was insane. And it was like,
you're talking about that.
Like,
I believe
shout out to Mac. Mac was there, and he was just super drunk, just watching them from the back, like, oh my god, these guys are from the place where I'm from. Exactly. Like,
shouting it at the top of your lungs at Coachella. I'm also from Alaska. We have a really small population. If you want to get 6 degrees from Portugal to man, ladies, I'm open.
Could you imagine having like either a social media presence or you're famous as fuck and then just doing a homecoming party or like a homecoming? I want to do that one day. Like if we had this idea. Casey and I had this idea that we've been talking about, and we wanted to make it a thing, but it didn't end up panning out. We wanted to make it like a real high school homecoming, where we had a float and a tailgate party in the parking lot beforehand with the float with the opening band or the pre-show band would be on the float, with all the streamers and stuff. This, take notes.
I mean, seriously, we wanted to make it a real homecoming, and people painting their faces, whatever. Just really, really cool. So it unfortunately didn't work out this time. I don't think we actually got it into the real planning process, but that'd be fun.
You should have the homecoming thing where you have the dance and everything, right? And with tailgates, you should actually have a semi like a flag football game going on, right? Just have
that would be so fun.
Just have a flag football game, and then at 7:30, well, not 7:30, but at 9 or 10 p.m. Go to Willowa, and we'll turn up it's high school. DJ Gray or Spencer Lee, doing prom, and I will literally I will put senior quotes. High school best 6 years of my life. Yeah. That was my senior quote. Straight up.
That's my phone.
Oh my gosh. Oh my!
Y'all are keeping me late. That's my go to bed alarm. I'm serious. It is.
Oh man!
Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah, it's 8:30.
I know.
Oh jeez,
man. Yeah,
it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah.
Shot. No, just kidding.
Right. I'm supposed to be on stage.
Already caffeine deprived, so watching him drink coffee this entire time has just been torture. I'm not gonna lie. I need a shot of something, whether it's tequila or espresso. I don't care.
Speaking of tequila, this podcast probably. Actually, we don't even have tequila, so I can't even say it.
Darn.
Oh man. So what's
so Portugal going on. Trick or treat in the street.
Joe
Brady possibly.
Joe Brady at Willowa, maybe.
Yes, maybe.
I'll be in Seward for Halloween proper, on the 31st. So I'm going to be down in Seward.
That sounds cool.
All right, challenge. If you see Malie D or I, and you see us, I will give away some type of ticket pretty soon, and it's going to be a Kevin Hart ticket because like I have an extra one. Just
some kind of ticket pretty soon if you see us anytime.
Yeah, there's a lot of stipulations to this win.
First one.
If you see us,
first come, first serve. That doesn't include somebody that I know. Like you have to be a fan.
You have to be a random.
You have to be a random.
No, so here's the thing. We're gonna come up with a phrase of something like I heard it on the Bad Panda podcast. Even if you say I heard it on the Bad Panda podcast, that could be the first thing you come up to us and you say that instead of hello, and we'll give you a ticket.
Yeah. Or we could do it like with Panda style. You could do an outfit check. If you don't know what the outfit check is, go to my story and look at outfit check.
That's right.
I'm going to show you properly how to do an outfit check.
How to do a real outfit check. Do you have that highlighted?
I maintain that Panda is the Joan Rivers of Alaska.
Yes!
Stop it!
Oh my gosh, you're so right.
He's just doing like the red carpet check of everybody. Just like,
That's so good though. That is the best. That is hilarious. I love that because you really are. You're the person who's saying like, okay, this is what you got. This is what you got. You're hyping everybody up, and then you get to that one article of clothing, you're like, you don't need to wear that, honey.
Like every time I do my outfit check with Joe Brady or fucking Grant now, oh my god, it's Gray, it's DJ Gray. He got the 49th hat. He got the Validators. He got the black pants and the chucks in the motherfucking Anchorage. You also got to say in the motherfucking Anchorage. Remember that.
Pick one thing that people got to say. Otherwise,
these people are just going to be saying an essay to you. It's like I heard it on the Bad Panda podcast that you're in the motherfucking Anchorage and you're wearing a hat and you have shirts on and oh my god.
I can see
it's like running out of breath.
It'd be so good.
Oh my god.
We'll come up with a phrase. We'll come up with a phrase and then.
And it's Kevin Hart anyway.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart is on a Tuesday, I think November 27th.
Oh. My birthday's on a Wednesday, November 14th.
You're a Scorpio?
I am.
You know who else's birthday is?
Yes, I am.
It's not my birthday.
It's not your birthday. I don't know who else's birthday
I was trying to think, but like my friend's name like popped up and it put Paige, if you're hearing it, I didn't forget your birthday. I promise.
When is her birthday?
November 9th.
Cool. Are you sure?
Yeah, you sounded real sure.
I'm 100%.
Good. That's awesome.
Well,
shout out. Happy early birthday to you, Scorpio sister.
Yes. Which is why she
Scorpio sister.
Which is why she loves Slytherin.
No. Okay, we need a whole other episode to talk about my obsession with Harry Potter.
Well, I'm saying which is why you love Slytherin.
No, well...
You should do
Slytherin House. You just said you love Slytherin House.
All right. You said that the reason I love Slytherin is because I'm a Scorpio. That's not true.
No. I'm just saying in general. No.
I love Slytherin because I am a Slytherin to the core.
Oh yeah, you
J.K. Rowling herself told me through her website Pottermore.com. Okay. Seriously.
You put on the sorting hat and you are a Slytherin.
I am.
Sorry, I'm Gryffindor. Probably on.
That's okay. On a good day.
What's that one pickup line I said you about? Like I'm a Gryffindor, but if the safe word or something like that was like Slytherin or something like that.
Well, you said something like, I'll let her Ravenclaw me.
I was using Joe Brady's like.
Yeah, you were saying other stuff like, hey girl, how about you let me slither in? That's always like a classic staple.
No, the Accio curse one was both the best.
Yeah, or I'll Dumble do you.
The one I sent her was a really funny one. I was like, it just popped in my head. I was like, I don't need an Accio curse to make you wet.
No, the Aguamenti.
Oh, the Aguamenti curse.
Because that is the water curse. He's like, I don't need an Aguamenti spell to make you wet. And I'm over here like, excuse me. That would work.
Like if I was in Harry Potter Land and one worker was like super hot, I'm just gonna tell her.
Yeah. Just try out all of your Harry Potter pickup lines.
I'm also gonna do my like that one Kuya boy that's always in your Filipino family. It's just that one Kuya boy, right? Do you want to see something? Watch this. Did you know that 70% of your body is water? Well, I'll drink it. Like what? Kuya boy has like
that's awesome.
Means brother. It's like a respectful thing.
Cool.
Otherwise, it's uncle.
Yeah.
So I mean, either way.
What?
No, I'm saying Kuya.
Never uncle?
No. Otherwise, it's uncle in America. Like Kuya or is like older brother.
No, it's not.
Well,
Kuya is older brother.
What
Kuya is never an uncle.
Well, yeah, no, it is older brother. No, older brother is
Kuya. That's it.
No, there is an older brother. Manong is older brother.
No. Manong is an older man.
I thought it was older brother.
No.
I was taught wrong, Mom.
You were taught wrong, man.
I am witnessing a Filipino have a total identity crisis
You're watching a
right
Filipino
now.
culture check.
Damn it, TFC! You messed up everything. The Filipino channel.
Manong is like an old man. Yeah.
I thought it meant older brother.
No, it does not.
Okay.
Kuya's older brother. Yeah.
All I know is that I have to explain to everybody my dad meets that hombre is a good thing. Because my dad's Puerto Rican, full-blooded Puerto Rican, and my mom is white as a sheet. I love her so much. And it's so funny because my mom, I'm 5th generation Alaskan because of my mom's family. They homesteaded back in 1913 around Wasilla area.
Yeah.
And then my dad, he's full-blooded Taino Indian from Puerto Rico. Yeah. And so he's over here like, hey, hombre, ¿cómo está? How's it going? You know, la 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 la. The whole thing with the accent, and people are like, what is hombre? What does this mean? I'm like, it means buddy, bro, man, friend, dude.
Just like us is spotted.
It's a good thing, trust me.
Yeah. Oh, he's not calling you out. Don't
trust
worry
me,
about
it's good. Yeah.
Just like us, sapare. Or like when you're in the group, we're in our barcada. or like, what did we say back in the day? We still need to make sure it's, by the way, Cinegang gang. Cinegang gang.
Ah, there you go.
Find about the Starry store.
What? Well, I know I've talked about this on the podcast before, but it's crazy to me that like extra started becoming like American slang.
Oh yeah.
Because extra was such a big thing in the Philippines, like in 2004.
Oh yeah,
really?
I
was
remember
like,
that.
oh, you're so extra, and now like it's actually coming into American slang. I'm like, wow, that was a long time coming.
You know, when I think about it too, the first person who introduced me to the word extra was a Filipino.
Yeah. It was,
and then I just started using it because we used it in conversation all the time.
Yeah.
That's so funny. I had no clue. Yeah. It's incredible how like slang and things like that could just totally
like
cross
off the chain.
seas.
Like that was a bomb, like back in the day.
Right.
Now it's like
cross not only like time and generation, but like actual geographically changing.
And that was
it's
one
so
of those
cool.
weird things too. Just like that, you know, that whole like thing about like what was it about every 5th grader back in the day that wanted to spread the rumor that like Marilyn Manson took out a rib to suck his own dick, and it's like, why did I know that in the Philippines when Americans do it? I was like, we didn't have the internet back then. Why were we all intent on spreading this weird rumor?
Right.
Yes.
What was this?
Right.
I remember that.
I know, that was a weird one.
That was a weird thing that like
there were a lot of weird rumors. There were a lot of weird ones that
if
flew
your hand's
around.
bigger than your face, you have cancer.
Right. That was another big one too. And I remember people would walk around like this. Is my hand bigger than my face?
Oh no, the whole point when people were like, huh?
Smack them.
Oh my god! I went to the whitest school ever. Nobody
was
knew
the
it.
DJ.
Nobody did that.
You never did?
No.
What?
Okay, well, I did get trolled by the boys. Like, okay, you did you know that girls can't touch their elbows behind their backs?
Oh yeah.
We're like, what are you talking about? I don't know it. I was so gullible. I cannot tell you how many times I did that shit. I am. Okay, sorry if I like to believe people.
Yeah.
Don't lie to me.
I believe in a positive world.
But then again, you actually said, you're like, Julian, you could be a really good fucking actor. You actually are really believable because Jasmine believed it. And she knows.
Oh my gosh.
You're like, if Jasmine believed it, I believed it. Because remember that one time it was April Fool's. It was April Fool's. Yes. And I told you, and my friend was like with it. I was like, hey, I know you're right by my side. And this is when we went out. Mm-hmm. It's before my birthday. And I remember straight up, I was like, Malie, I'm having like a fucking mental breakdown. She's like, why? What's up? And we're out at Brown, but I was like, I need to pull you aside. Max, let me talk to her. She's like, okay, yeah. Because it was his birthday. Mm-hmm. And I was like, Malie. And then Jasmine popped out of nowhere. She's like, hey, what's up? I was like, hey, I actually need you too. Because I was like, hey, like, I got a girl pregnant. Like, I just found out, like this girl just, she straight up told me, took the piss test and everything. And I was the last guy. And like, I was like, I got her pregnant. And then she was like, no fucking way. This has to be a joke, right? That's Jasmine. And then you're like, are you okay?
Yeah, and I was like, are you serious? He's like, yeah. I didn't really make it believable
because I started crying to make it more believable. And she was like, oh my fucking God, you're gonna be a dad.
I know, and I was like, Julian, you're gonna be a dad.
but then she's like, she goes, she wasn't even drunk. Here's the best part.
No, I was a TD.
And she's like, here's the best part though. At least she was like, she was like, it's okay. Look at the bright side. At least you would be a really good father.
Yeah.
And then I was like, Malie, like Jasmine,
I can't keep up the charade.
I was like, Jasmine, like Malie, I have to tell you guys something now because I was really tearing up. And she goes like, what? April Fool's, motherfucker. And she's like,
I was so mad. I was so mad. I'm over here having baby fever for the last 6 years of my life.
She's like, this guy's all saying,
I'm going to be a dad. And I'm like, I'm so jealous. I wasn't sad for you. I was jealous. I was mad.
I wonder if I can take the baby.
I know, right? Yeah. So Auntie Malie is going to take an extended vacation with baby. No, just kidding.
I can just see it right now. Hi guys, this is Malie. I'm sorry, my nephew / my child. Yeah.
My chillins.
That's another thing I always get. Like Julian, for the amount of times you go out, I'm surprised you haven't got a girl pregnant. I'm like, what? Like, why does it have to?
What kind of life do they think you're living?
Right. I'm just like, just because, like, no, I'm living my life because, like, I want to.
Best life.
And you know what? If he is doing what he does, he's probably being safe about it. So maybe all the rest of you guys out there get tested. Maybe all the rest of you guys out there who are like, how are you doing this without getting a girl pregnant? Y'all need to reevaluate your life.
Man.
You need to reevaluate when you go out.
Whippy.
Yeah.
All right, hefty. Shit, use a Glide bag. Fucking the Force Flex. That's the one you need.
The Force Flex. That's right. Oh,
that morning after shuffle. I want to be standing in this Walmart with this woman I barely know.
Why do you get it?
Okay, this is one of the funniest things that, like, I literally laughed. Like, I one time I had to buy Plan B, and I remember going to the drugstore, and I'm like, all right, I need to buy Plan B, and she's like, oh, we're out. We have the generic one, the Next Choice. So I was like, yeah, I'll go with that, and she brought it out, and that's what it's called, the Next Choice. Like,
Next Choice.
What?
I was like, what a brilliant marketing. They're just like, if there's no Plan B, you get the next choice. Like,
that's hilarious.
Yeah, I was like, all right. Yeah.
That's genius marketing.
I was like,
genius.
Well, because it also, I was like, man, and then like, I thought about that package all day.
Right.
Because I was like, because it makes sense the other way too. Like, oh, your protection didn't work. This is the next choice. Like, there's so many layers to this.
I know.
Yeah. I was like,
they
what?
really worked through this one.
Like, man,
coming to you.
Like, I didn't even throw away the package. It's like, here, you take that. I'm gonna analyze this.
Read this. I'll read the back. See if there's another like third option. The next choice. Your last chance.
Yeah, exactly. The last stop.
Make a Plan B like, oh fuck, like that's it. That's the name.
That's all it's called. Fuck. Yeah.
Oh man. Don't we're talking about pregnancy.
I know. We went from Halloween stuff going on this weekend to pregnancy and Plan B.
Guys, let me tell you.
This is how our conversations usually go. By the way,
me, Malie, we go in.
Oh gosh, just back and forth. If we didn't have like appointments and stuff, we would literally go all day. Like, I remember we went to lunch one time.
Oh yeah, and we were like talking for like fuck,
we were there for like an hour and a half at least before we realized just how much time had passed.
We're like, you know what? We should, like, honestly, we were thinking, we're just like, dude, they should make a chicken and waffles.
Okay, all right. I knew you were going to bring it up. Now we're going to talk about it.
Yes, we are.
This is going to be, because it will be, my favorite thing in the entire world. So we went to Bread and Brew.
Yes.
And it was your first time going when we went and had lunch, and it was so good. I got to give him a shout out because I always get the grilled cheese.
Bro, I know you know, so you better like make this happen.
I got the grilled cheese with the apples and ham inside of it. It was so good. And so we're talking, we're just doing our thing, having lunch, talking about all different ideas for life. And then we're looking at the menu. We're like, oh man, I really wish that there was like a dessert grilled cheese. Yeah. And we were like, how would you do that? Well, I'm like, let's write it down. So we started like coming up with ideas.
We're like, okay, it has to be the cinnamon bread from like Great Alaska.
Great Harvest.
Great Harvest.
Yeah. And I was like, and then I was like, what did you say? We said cream cheese.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, well the
cream cheese.
Well, I was like, the only way that you're going to be able to still make a grilled cheese that's a dessert is if we use cream cheese, and then we can use marshmallow fluff. We can drizzle it with Nutella. People can have peanut butter on it if they want. You know, like there's all these different things you can add, but it's still grilled.
Yeah,
and then it can be topped with like a little like a little glaze or something like that, like a little whipped cream like on top, you know, and you just eat your sandwich, your dessert sandwich like that.
Sounds good, actually.
Right?
Yeah. And then like I was saying, the chicken and waffles one, like you literally get like a waffle bun, and then like you have like this really good like just Southern fried chicken. Yeah, like don't even like think that.
But you make it into a grilled cheese. Yeah. It's still a grilled cheese, you know, because that's kind of like their staple over there. They offer a whole bunch of different stuff, but the grilled cheese, man, is so good. And so I'm like, I could totally see it. Instead of having a cup of like tomato soup, you'd have a cup of gravy.
Ooh, yeah.
Right? And then you'd have these like this fried chicken sandwiched in between two waffles with just gobs of melted cheese. And then you're just dipping it in that.
I know.
Come on, hire me. Wife me up. I can't make it, but I can come up with the ideas.
I've got the ideas.
Yo, just saying.
Shark Tank.
Yeah, exactly. I'll be your idea maker. You make it happen.
If you made like a spam musubi style like grilled cheese, but not like using cheese, you're using like, I don't fucking know.
Well, but I feel like the whole thing that connects them all together is that you are using cheese. So what if you did something that was more like a cheese and rice mixture, and then you were using it like with the Spam and like an egg on top, and then grilled it that way? That I think would be really good.
Cheese with what would go good with rice and cheese?
With rice and cheese?
Well, like what kind of? Well, no, I'm talking about like what kind of cheese is. My bad. Let me review. What kind of cheese would go good with rice?
With rice. Oh, I wouldn't use an American cheese
Tackling the hard questions here.
I know, right? I think a regular sharp cheddar would be really good with that because I think
even
that
just like Mexican blend would be good.
Right? Yeah, even like just that chopped up blend. Because I think what I'm thinking is like you wouldn't put the rice on the like bun itself and then put the cheese on top. Like you would melt down your cheese and then add your rice and mix it all in and then just like slather it all over there and yum.
In the Philippines one time they made these burgers that where the buns were made out of rice.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah,
that's
awful.
So cool.
Yes. It was terrible. It was not good.
It was not cool.
It was not good.
I won't try
it went away very quickly. It was like even in the Philippines all we do is eat rice. No, it was McDonald's. And we're just like,
I thought it was did Jollibee do a version of that before?
No. Only McDonald's did it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. Yeah. Dude, hey, by the way, speaking of McDonald's, Grant, man, that fucking sandwich, dude.
I told you.
Dude, what sandwich?
Okay, so, Malie, next time
Did you get him at Gangbang?
No, way better.
This
better.
Hold up.
What's better than a gangbang?
That's better.
Next time you say that, you have to make sure you got the mick on there, okay?
Gangbang.
Yeah. No, but what's the sandwich?
You go because you can do breakfast all day now at McDonald's.
Right.
So you ask for McGriddle buns, and then you get a crispy chicken fillet in the middle, and it's like chicken and waffles.
So what I did though,
so good.
So what I did though,
hot sauce to it.
So the second time I did that, I actually said, "Can you leave the pickles on there?"
Yeah.
So I was like,
solid.
All right.
Yeah.
I would do that.
So we did pickles.
I'm a pickle fiend.
And I was like, oh my fucking God, this is so good. Yeah.
That's so cool. That sounds really incredible.
You got to try it sometime.
Yeah.
That's serious.
Wow.
Super good.
Well, okay. Now that we're on that subject, what is the best chicken and waffles you've had in town?
Oh my God.
Because I can tell you right now,
what?
Mine. Like, I've been to Lucky Wishbone. I love Lucky Wishbone. Yeah. I've been to a whole bunch of different places, but
I don't even think Lucky Wishbone doesn't carry
gosh.
What chicken and waffles, do they?
I think they do.
I don't think they do.
Well, I went there once and my friend ordered wings and waffles. So I just assumed it was chicken and waffles, but he might have just mixed it all together. But no, the best chicken and waffles that I've had so far that I found is the chicken and waffle sandwich from Waffles and Whatnot.
Yes. Yes.
So
I totally agree.
good.
Yes.
Oh my God. And they're Alfredo chicken and waffles.
Oh, yeah.
Man, they're garlic chicken and waffles. Oh my goodness. I'm over here. I am so hungry. I am drooling.
Yeah, this is devolving into us just like wanting to eat.
Yeah. But that's a place that I found them so far.
I have not tried
waffles and whatnot is fucking delicious, dude.
Man, it's gonna blow your mind.
I'm dead serious, man. Like it's waffles and whatnot is really good.
I'm always just making that on my I'll make 2 stops. I'll go to Popeyes and then stop at Kava's and get a waffle.
Right.
Yeah, there you go.
You no longer need to do it yourself. Just go to Waffles and whatnot. Seriously. I went to the wedding show at the Alaska Airlines Center. That was a couple weeks ago.
Right.
I went to the wedding show and they had their truck right outside. Yeah. And so my mom and Jasmine and I, we were like, okay, well, we need to fuel up before we go in, you know, get serious about this. And we walked up and she was like, what do you guys want? And the chef back there was like, no. I'm making you whatever I want to make you. This is chef special happening right now. And one of them got the dessert with chicken and waffles. Yeah. Another one got their really good Alfredo chicken and waffles. And I got the waffle sandwich. And as soon as he handed me the sandwich, I was like, this is glorious. Oh my God, I shoved it all in my face. It was great.
I'm starving. I definitely know what I'm getting for dinner.
No, waffles and whatnot, man. Definitely check them out. But I haven't found better chicken and waffles locally yet. So hey, shout out to everybody listening and watching. Go ahead and let us know.
Yeah, drop it in the comments.
Not saying Leroy's, because that is actually an amazing place. But
I love
their
Leroy's.
Chicken's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Jasmine was the one that showed me chicken and rice, dude. I swear.
I know their classic chicken and rice. There's something about it. I don't know if it's the spices that they use, but it is tasty.
It's sweet and salty. I like it.
It's so good.
Sweet and salty.
Sweet and salty.
Sounds
what are we talking about? Just kidding.
Sounds like my ex-girlfriend.
Hey!
Oh man.
No, guys, I'm hungry.
I know, me too.
I'm starving.
I think we need to go get some food. Seriously.
Yeah.
I think we'll call this good.
This long one.
This is a really long one. We had that little outage in the middle there, but
that real big detour.
That was part 1, and this is part 2.
Exactly. Well, thank you guys so much for asking me to do this and being here with you guys.
We thank you,
It's been
Malie.
a pleasure.
Thank you. I love you guys. I love listening, and I love that I get to feel cool and be a guest, a special guest. So thank you guys so much for having me.
We'll definitely have you back again soon.
Yay.
We should definitely do Casey and you.
Yeah, absolutely. Have Casey in here, and he's one of those people, he's not afraid to get political. I pride myself on not being very vocally political, but you can ask him anything. He will answer it, trust me. Yep. But yeah, thank you again, and I would love to come back. Even if you just need somebody here to laugh in the background, I'm really good at doing that too.
Right, yes.
Welcome to our new producer.
Our in-studio audience.
Exactly.
The podcast is typed in front of a live studio audience.
Exactly. Just me on the futon.
Oh my God, man. This has been such a fun podcast.
It's been really good.
It's been great. All right. Let's see.
Let's start with Malie. Malie is a young lady, so
ladies first.
Tell your tags. Tell what's happening.
Where can people find you?
Yes.
Social media, all that stuff.
Absolutely. Feel free to follow me at Singer Malie on everything. So at SingerMalie.
Because everybody spells MALIE.
No, everybody spells it wrong. Everybody spells it wrong all the time.
I was going to say, you just spelled it the same.
You spelled it right.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. No, so I'm at Singer Malie on everything. And then, of course, if you want to go ahead and follow my work, we're at 101.3 KGOT. Yep, I absolutely love it.
And you're on the morning show, right?
Yep. KGOT Breakfast Club.
On air with the Panda Bear.
That's right. You're on air with the Panda Bear. I love it. So yeah, follow me, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, everything, Twitter. I don't really use Twitter all that much, but I'm at Singer Malie.
Hey, that is awesome. Hey, one day, actually, if you can, maybe have Grant and I come back. Grant? You're not gonna go to KGOT?
Oh man, I don't know if I can censor myself enough
I will
to be on the radio
because I'll be like this.
There are FCC laws and regulations.
Yeah, exactly.
JK, I'll shout your name out in spirit.
Well, you can always come and then sit on our super awesome beanbag chair and just hang out.
It's very early in the morning.
It's very early in the morning.
I remember one time waking up at 6:45.
I wouldn't judge you if you didn't want to come. Yeah, I wouldn't judge you. Yeah. My first alarm goes off at 4:32.
Oh God.
And my last alarm goes off when I'm supposed to be leaving. And that's like at 5:30ish. And then I normally don't get out of the house until after that. So
I mean, I get in. I got in pretty early that one night.
Yeah. That one morning.
That one night.
It was night. It was not like this.
Yeah.
It was a cold black night.
I know. It felt like this. That's right.
Yeah. I was like,
in his Audi Q6, he made it down.
In a Q6.
Q6.
And my Audi Q6. But yes, follow singer Malie.
Thank you.
She's on 101.3 KGOT, Alaska's #1 hit music station.
That's right. Hey.
Bam. Nailed it.
Yes.
Nailed it.
I've been practicing, on air with the Panda Bear.
Yeah. I like it.
One day. Grant, tell me your tags.
All right. You can find me at the number 1 and then DJGRE, 1 DJ Gray on all social media. And go check my website, djgray.com. This week, Saturday, I'm at the Speakeasy again, doing the Greats with Gray. And this week, I'm doing Queen. So come by if you want to listen to all Queen tunes all night long. And then on Wednesday, Halloween proper, I'm in Seward for Halloween, like actual Halloween. Mm-hmm. And then on Friday, I'm doing Day of the Dead celebration at Tequila 61.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. I'm down to do that.
Oh my gosh, I want to go.
Yeah.
We're
giving away grand prizes and stuff like that. So
dude, I'm going.
It'll be tight.
Straight up going.
Tequila, my home.
And you can follow me
Tequila, my home.
Right? Tequila, my home.
Puerto Rican side.
And you can follow me at the Panda Bear, THA Panda Bear on everything.
Yep.
Other than Snapchat, which I'm kind of don't use anymore. So
his website is still in production.
Yes, as always. Anyone you guys want to shout out? By the way,
anyone,
yes. Shout out.
I would love to give a super sappy shout out to my beautiful fiance. He is incredible, a stunning human being who is playing hockey right now.
Love you, Max.
I love you, Maxie.
Sorry she couldn't be there, but she's there most of the time.
I go to a lot of.
I thought you were going to say she's there in spirit.
I'm there in spirit.
You're there most of the time.
Most of the time.
Yeah, most of the time.
I want to give a huge shout out to Jasmine, best friend Jasmine. I want to give a shout out to my other best friend Lauren, and then of course my brother, because he's probably going to be watching this too, Scotty. My parents, thanks for raising me right, even though I said some bad words. I'm sorry. But yeah, just all my family and friends.
Mrs. D, Mr. D, just letting you know, it's my fault. So you can blame it on me.
He's the bad influence.
You know this about me though. I have the mouth of a sailor when it comes to like just me and my best friends. Yes. But I try and rein it in a little bit more when I'm out and about, just for professional reasons.
Right.
Don't fire me, please.
Grant, you want to shout anyone out?
Yeah, just shout out to everybody listening. Shout out to, apparently we have like more listeners in Seattle than we do.
Yeah, I know. This is really cool.
Yeah. The last episode, I was like, wait, why do we have like 58 listeners in Seattle?
Because we're seeing the demographics and we're just like, dude, we have like listeners in like Bangladesh.
That one feels like a Russian hacker.
Right.
Like I like to listen. What the hell is this bad Panda come on podcast?
So shout out to everybody that listened. Shout out to Alberto, Ghost Complex. Go check him out. Shout out to Tyler. Shout out to Shane. Shout out to John Perkins.
His biggest shout out though is Annabella.
My biggest shout out is Pornhub. Always Pornhub is an amazing company. I think that they're the new Playboy. They're the new lifestyle brand.
Yes.
I mean, really.
Dude, Pornhub trucker hats like all day.
I have talked about Pornhub on every episode of this podcast.
Yes.
I love Pornhub.
We almost didn't get there.
We almost didn't get there. We almost got to it.
Because of you.
Yeah. Oh. I'm in, but I might end up having to buy the Riley Reid shirt.
Dude, you got to buy them all four, but you got to double up now.
I know.
You have to double up.
I know.
Like I'm now just waiting because it is now shipping. Right, yeah. Mimakova will meet soon.
I know. I still have the bags. Like I'm gonna put these back in. I keep them back.
Right, dude. You better keep them right.
Right. These are the most expensive things I own.
Right, dude. You better keep that on deck, man.
What about you? Who are you shouting out?
Yeah,
I am shouted out. First of all, my mom listened to it again. She was like, "Okay, I give it another chance. I will listen to your fucking podcast. It's okay. How was it? The fucking Bad Panda or something like that? It was okay, but it could be better. Just mention your mom. So, Mom, love you. So shout out to you. Shout out to everybody in the motherfucking Anchorage. Shout out to Malie D for having me at 101.3, and also KCB.
Yes,
I love you, dude. Seriously.
Let's get on it.
To Casey.
Yes, put me back on, please.
Yeah.
I want to come back.
Also, I want to say a huge shout out. You guys probably do this yourself, but I have to give some special love to 49 Supply Co.
Oh, hell yeah, man. This is our sponsor.
Yes, the sponsor of this amazing podcast and the sponsor of my wardrobe.
I know, 90%
because
of my clothes now are like 49.
I have more 49 Supply Co. stuff than anything else.
Like a lot of lifestyle brands here.
Right. So yeah, shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for letting us do this.
Go check out their new line. Go grab their stuff.
And you can save 10% if you type in the Bad Panda.
Yeah.
Without the just Bad Panda.
Just type in Bad Panda. The website is fnth.golddipper/rollingstone.com.
Don't forget.
Bang.
double slash equal sign to Off-White as well.
HTTP:/!
Yes.
Exclamation
point. And finally, as always, like I always shout them out. So prior to before Tori and Zoe Hickle.
Yes.
Course. Yeah. But just
I shout out Pornhub every episode. He shouts out the Hickle sisters every episode.
I shout out my future wife and my future sister-in-law.
There
just saying,
I
love them both. But just watch one of the games. Actually, I just want to mention this and T and Z. If you guys see it, Tori and Zoe got to play in one of the halves, and Tori ended up getting a goal. And Zoe was the one that got the assist.
That's incredible.
So, look
at that.
Shout out
Sister
to you.
Power.
Sister Power. If you listen to it, look up Shannon Miller. That's their coach. She does a podcast. They will explain how they actually had this sister instinct to shoot the goal in. It was just Zoe had that thing that she said I already knew T was going to be there.
That split second moment where just that intuition happened, the periphery was there, you just a little tap over and then
you're like, I know T's there.
Yeah, that's so cool.
So shout out to both of you guys. I love you too. That's awesome. And you have Anchorage behind your back and all of Alaska and hopefully parts of Canada, but we love you.
Parts of Canada.
And across the U.S., so I want to see you guys make the U.S. team, please. Yes. I will fly down, cheer. Grant will wear his Pornhub shirt and not get kicked out.
There you go.
Malie D and the fiance, they're going to be taking
we're going to be having fun watching you play amazing hockey anyways.
KCB will do KCB's thing. Oh my God, that logo is cool. Yes.
Actually, speaking of hockey too, I know we already did our kind of close and our end and stuff.
Yes.
But KCB and I do the on-ice promotions. Well, now I do the on-ice promotions, and Casey is the PA announcer for UAA Seawolves hockey.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
New administration, new coach, new players. Some of the oldies coming back too. There's a new fire being lit underneath of everybody's asses.
Awesome.
So come out. It's amazing hockey. We won the second game in that series opener, so it's been so good.
When's the next game?
Next game is November 2nd and 3rd. Okay. They're going to be at Puck Drops at 7:07 at the Sullivan Arena.
Can we buy merch there?
7:07.
So Puck Drops at 7:07. Yeah. Anthem is saying around 7:00, stuff like that. They got to go through all the official stuff. Yeah. Yes, you can get merch there from the bookstore.
I am getting I'm getting a jersey.
Absolutely, do it. There's the UAA student bookstore is there, and they've got all of their merch set up, so you can get cowbells, you can get pom poms, you can get anything you want. But it's amazing hockey, and especially this year, there's something different. There's something different about the vibe and about about the crowd,
just like a different energy.
I heard totally different energy.
I heard there's a lot of people that show up.
There are, you know. I mean, since Aces left, we're the only show in town, you know, and the guys are feeling that pressure to really perform, and they're doing so well so far. So,
new coach, new everything. Like, might as well start fresh.
I think they're just really excited to have new motivation.
Yeah.
We're saying move the needle. You know, even when you're looking at a pressure gauge, when that needle goes just a little bit further, everything gets amped up, right? So that's what they're doing. They're just moving the needle, even if it's a tiny bit. We need that actual show that you know things are changing. Yeah. So come on out, November 2nd and 3rd, UAAC Wolf Hockey. You can find the full schedule online at goseawolves.com. Absolutely love it. I might sing the anthem again. I don't know, but I sing the national anthem there all the time. So please come out, support the UAAC Wolves. These guys are incredible hockey players, and we're doing pretty good so far this season. So
I'm
really
taking
excited.
you to your first hockey game.
All right.
Do it.
I've been to a hockey game.
Oh.
No, I'm talking about your UAA hockey game.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay, there's a difference between Aces hockey game and like college hockey. College hockey is like, it's like you got more pride.
I feel like there's two.
Granted, like Aces, you had like the home team, but like it's like when you watch a UAA hockey game, it's like a game changer.
It is. It totally is. It's so much fun. So yeah, come out and then say hi to me.
It's like the reason why I want to take you. There's a lot of tweeting going on.
You like that.
You're gonna see that one guy that just stands out from the crowd and be like, "Look at this fuck."
I'm in the live tweeting.
Yes, do it.
So that is the end of the Bad Panda podcast.
That's we could go for more hours, but we should probably stop now.
Yes. This is a real uncut episode.
This is a long episode of the Bad Panda podcast. I'm glad you're watching. I love you guys. Love all of Anchorage. Malie, I love you.
Thank you. I love you.
Thank you, Malie, for coming on.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me, guys.
All right.
We'll see you guys later.
See you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye. Suck our dicks from the back.
Not really.
From the back?
From the back. You never heard that?
No, I have never heard that. Oh my God.